Oh, I thought you were going to keep singing. Welcome back, guys, to another session of Reditus. We're on session 2023. I'm going to give you guys a little recap. Get you up to speed. So the lads had regrouped in Sinaculam at the Rusty Mug after a failed attempt to bring a goblin, Sunak, back to Carmen, the head of security, to report the theft of the bag and holding that Jack had let go. So they regrouped there. They got a message from Gar saying that he was ready to do the trade for the kind of special prison mirror that the group had gotten. Unfortunately, he had messaged Mastos, so communication-wise, back and forth did not really pan out, and so the trade was delayed. The group gathering together in one of the rooms at the inn kind of opened up a little bit. Each shared a little bit of their own backstory. During this process, Atlas had found that Filbert within him had gained the ability to be a little bit more sentient, and his body had been encoded with the same armor plate that had been installed within Atlas. So the group now found that Filbert was somebody that they could use to help them on their journey as a group pet. The next day, Mastos received more messages from Gar, trying to find where the group was, but to no avail. And a final last-ditch effort, Gar messaged Atlas, and Atlas did indeed communicate that the group was in Sinaculam. Gar said he'd be there as soon as possible. Hearing this, Darius decided the group should go back into the tunnels at the entrance of Venmoria City. Atlas explaining that Gar stated he would come to them, but Darius was adamant that they should head back into the tunnels. As this happened, a cat approached Mastos. Mastos, speaking to the cat immediately, the cat had told him that he was there to bring them down to a proxy as Gar can't make the trade. The group all descended down to Core 3 in the southeast corner of the city, coming up to a tall building that was essentially built into the side of the wall, just a few feet of it actually protruding out from the wall, going from floor to ceiling. And they were led in to meet somebody called Jasper Sunstorm. A halfling that seemed to be somewhat installed into a wheelchair of some description, into a beautiful home, which had about 15 cats scattered everywhere. The group had found that Gar was not able to get the exact items that they'd requested. He had offered some replacement items, and they were able to decline or accept that offer based on whether they think it's good enough. After some deliberation, the group did indeed decide to take the offer, putting the mirror prison on a circular carpet, which Jasper then teleported the prison away, giving the items over to Jack as he took them away. And they discussed some work possibly that they could do with Jasper to help essentially sort of people in need on the mainland. And as they talked over this, Jasper had explained that if they did indeed help, they'd be working for the Caterva in Vagar. We'll be back in a moment to see what they do next.
Yes, that protects your flesh, which protects your insides. You wear double the armor because you're weak.
The wall, and then these weird zombies came out of the wall, and I threw grease on the ground, and then we killed them all, and then we went through the whole wall.
A way to help Atlas. You shouldn't be so hard on those that are willing to fight.
I do talk in kind of riddles sometimes, and I don't always tell the whole truth.
How are you now? How are you? Because I think that's something you should figure out before you get down there, don't you? Yeah, so Atlas will have access
You'll just have to make 4 of them and give
edit
us all
and
that.
control.
Not me. No, I don't have control over them.
All right, so last we left off, you guys were in the, actually, you know what? This time I'll give you a bit of a visual. You're in the room with Jasper's home with all of the cats.
Chew.
Second, I think I have a visual for you guys. Anyway, yeah, the discussion was that if you decide to help, that you guys would be working for the Caterva in Vagar.
Caterva in Vagar.
I just wanted to say on Mastos' behalf, he doesn't even know where the hell he is half the time. Just putting that out there.
So is the intro running or are we playing?
You are welcome to do whatever you wish, standing in front of Jasper. And
So,
you are all
Darius,
ready to go.
as that episode ended with the what?
Oh, there it is. Visual.
Hey.
Oh, are we ready?
Ooh, this is a nice play.
All
Oh,
right, so, yeah. You guys, so what are you going to do now? What's the next plan? Should I figure something out for you to do if you're going to help out, or?
Well, we already have a theft report from Carmen. So
Oh, yeah?
that's
You're already working for Carmen? You're working for her already, are you?
yes.
Sorry, what? Could you tell us what the Caterva Invar was it?
Caterva, Invocar, yeah. Well, don't say it too much outside of these four walls, yeah? It's a little bit more of an underground type situation. It was a lot more secret years ago, but the word has got out a lot more. But still, you never know who's on, whose side, so just keep it hush.
Oh, it's a secret club?
Yeah, you could say that, yeah.
What do we do in this club?
Well, we try to help people. We try to make sure nobody's suppressed or doing anything against their will or anything like that. Try to keep a little bit of balance,
Ooh, I like that. That sounds great.
Yeah, well,
Okay, wonderful.
I'm kind of the contact
So-
here in the city for Caterva Invocar, so anything that comes through usually comes through Jasper. So,
like
Well-
goblins?
what's that?
Like goblins?
Goblins? I haven't really had any goblins come through. Other than
We've
the
met
regular
goblins.
folk.
So if
So is there-
we agree to help you, is this what gets us into the situation where I die and everybody else gets incarcerated?
Oh,
good question.
I don't know about that. I don't know the facts, right? I don't know the details. All I know is that, that thing had happened to you and the rest of you. I don't know what happened to make it get to that stage.
Our friend doesn't see future.
Oh.
And so what's the difference between whatever your group is versus the Dawnbreakers? Because the Dawnbreakers seem to be wanting to do good. What makes
Oh.
you better than them?
Yeah, Dawnbreaker. Well, it's not a competition or anything. Dawnbreakers are pretty solid. Dawnbreakers, they're an interesting group, actually. Centaurium, when they were going out trying to get the major cities of the different races to work with them, we'll say, and they didn't want to fully commit, then they would send some of their soldiers, some of their military, into a sort of a general group from all the different races. And so this is a sort of it's kind of a neutral sort of party that go around, and they're kind of recognized by Centaurium and other local groups to be not law keepers exactly, but somebody you could go to for help if you're getting wrecked by bandits on the road or something. They're helpful like that. They're not they don't have an agenda or anything, very just helping people out. But they're a mixture of the major cities of a different races. A little bit different than what we're doing.
Who pulls their strings?
There's not really strings to be pulled with the Dawnbreakers. Full of volunteers, really. People that don't want to go off to the military in Centaurium. They can volunteer and join up with the Dawnbreakers, and there's not really not really much of a structure there, really.
So how do they decide who is good and who is bad?
Well, a little bit of vetting, making sure you're not getting somebody who's just come out of the slammer or anything. But, I mean, I've never met any of them that are out of line or anything. They're not above the law, though. If they're in a town covered by Centaurium, the Centaurium will take care of them. If there's local militants from that particular town, they're not above the law or anything. They just more of a supporting kind of agent,
What about your people?
Well, more people move a little bit more in the shadows, Some people have heard of us, some people haven't. We try to
Who
keep a
controls
low
their
profile.
strings?
Well, there's different people within the different mainland, you know, and so there's not really recognized as one main person pulling the strings or anything. Everybody kind of gives their input. Yeah.
And how much opposition is there between you and Centaurium?
I would say quite a bit. They're
So
not
you're
happy.
a rebel incel?
I mean, if you're only taking Centaurium into consideration, but obviously there's a lot of people out there, a lot of different, you know, organizations and that. If you're talking about just Centaurium, then we probably a bit of pain in their ass, yeah.
So
Well, Centaurium's the one hosting this tournament, the one that's promising supplies. I believe we just get supplies for participating, and the winner gets a much more beneficial prize, if I recall.
supposedly.
So why would I go against the people that are going to help take care of my island?
Well, very limited information comes out of Centaurium, and so, having always lived on the mainland here, I have to go by what I've seen and not what's been promised. Yeah? And so, I've had to make decisions to get me to where I am today based on what I've seen. And that's really all I can say, you know? I didn't come from an island. You know, Centaurium hasn't helped my island or anything like that, so I really can't go from that perspective, only from what I've seen. But you've all just come here, you know, as you said, like a week or something from your islands. You're more welcome to make your own decisions, gather your own information. You know, this is not something where you're swearing into some sort of cult or anything. You know, or just ask it. Anything that happens, you keep it to yourselves. And if you do decide it's not for you, no worries, no worries.
Why are you trying to go
Yeah.
against Centaurium?
I wouldn't say it's as much going against Centaurium as it is doing what we think's best for the people.
So is Centaurium oppressing people?
Some would say yeah, some would say no. You're going to come across people that think Centaurium are doing nothing but the best for them, and you're going to come across people that think it's they're just controlling. You know, it's all a matter of perspective.
Do these people happen to be at specific levels of wealth?
No, not really. There's different levels of wealth and different power and everything have their own opinions on things. You know, as you come across the mainland, you're going to come across towns or villages or whatever. You're going to have completely different opinions. You know, it's not a very consistent belief across the mainland when it comes to who's good, who's bad, sort of thing. You know. You got to follow what's in here when you're making your decisions. Pats his
I think
chest.
that's pretty fair. I think we could try helping other people. It's what we like to do for the most part, so if that aligns, then why not help each other?
Sounds solid to me. Solid reasoning.
Okay, well, Jack, what do you think we should do?
I don't want to stay here long, especially with whatever could be happening in the next week or two. So I don't think we should get comfortable. I told Carmen I would assist her in the recent thefts. And I'm sure this Indigar whatever group probably is all over. So I don't feel like we're going to be confined to one area. So I think if this is something you guys are all interested in, I won't say no. But my assistance may only be to you guys and not to the group yet. I don't have enough to go off of. But as long as we can do things on the move.
All right, well, how about this then? As a show of good faith, how about I put my feelers out and maybe try and find out if there's anything that I can find out about, you know, the incarceration. Jack, you getting taken out. I don't know much I could find out about that because I really have no idea, other than it was a Drake Warden. But if you like, I can put some feelers out. I've got some contacts, and Carmen knows me, and maybe I can see if there's anything that's been dropped in or anything's been worked on, maybe. See what information I can get, you know? As a good show of good faith.
Important if we could find the other Drake Warden, maybe see if you have eyes out there that could give us a heads up if one enters the city.
Yeah, as I said, it's going to be tricky. Drake Wardens are very secretive about their order, so it's hard to tell who's a Drake Warden and who's not, because, you know, they don't really have any identifying factors, really.
So I guess hiding or having Arene out in plain sight probably wouldn't be the wisest decision.
Well, it's a bit of an alarm bell, yeah.
I don't know much about the order, so I don't know if Drake Wardens get along or not.
Well, from my knowledge, they do. The order, from my knowledge, I mean, they were part of the Wolves back in the day, and from what I know, they were on the good side of things. I've never heard of a lot of conflicts in Drake Wardens. Usually a common thread of belief through them.
Is there anyone in town that knows or has dealt with Drake Wardens before that we could maybe consult with?
Sunak saw Drake Warden.
Yeah, Sunak, yeah. You mentioned him, the goblin. Yeah.
Sunak, my friend.
I don't know if he'd be much of a good friend to have. He's a bit... There's something not right about him.
How would we be able to get in touch with him?
Well, Sunak, he lives with his friend over on the... I think it's over on the west side of this core 3. Him and his friend have a house there. They've owned a house for about a year. Well, Sunak's owned the house for about a year. They come and go, but that's supposedly their home that Sunak now owns from a year ago.
Do you know who Sunak's friend is and what business they might be involved in?
I haven't met the person. No, I just know that there's a female that he goes around with, but you don't see much of her. It's usually him doing the running around. Yeah.
Is he known for stealing and robbing people?
Sunak, well, not here, no. I haven't heard of anything. Not here. I mean, I don't know what they do on the road, right?
What does Sunak do for work, then? That's known, at least.
A bounty hunter. Sunak and the whatever goes with them. That's
Right.
why they're only here sometimes. They're out getting the bounties. You know, there's not a lot going on here for bounties. It's a very peaceful city, so...
Okay, alright. So, I think maybe we start with Sunak and see how we can get some information. Maybe find out who his female friend is. He did seem very interested what was in the bag. And maybe she was the one that sent him to steal it. She could be the Drake Warden.
It's possible, it's possible.
I wasn't able to catch up to her. She was gone by the time I got up on the roof. So I don't know what she does, if she's a magic wielder or if she's just a brawler or what kind of fighter she is. So
Well,
if we
if
can get
she's a bounty hunter, then maybe we hire a bounty hunter.
Drake Wardens have bounties on them?
I think one of them does.
Well, I think anybody can
I
have
just-
a bounty on them.
I just point to Jack.
I say we don't put a bounty on me in case I
Yeah.
get killed.
No, that wasn't what I was saying. I was just saying there might be a bounty already on you
Oh.
that we're unaware of.
Well,
But we
possible.
can put a bounty out.
Bounty office in city?
Yes, where would we post up for a bounty?
Okay. So it sounds like you haven't had bounties on your islands.
No.
Now, bounties are usually
Bounties
posted.
of food.
Bounties of
Yes.
food. Yeah, I like those bounties too. Bounties are usually posted by an established military or some type of policing agent within whatever area the bounty's issued from. If it's something like not sort of legal, where they're trying to hunt them down, then it's a little bit more of an underground bounty situation, which can happen, but quite dangerous, and you have to be connected to the right people. You can't just put a bounty on anybody, or otherwise that's just murder.
And does every bounty have to be killed, or can it be captured alive?
Well, usually a bounty, you get more money, usually, if they come in alive, but it really depends on the situation,
Well, I mean, if I posted a bounty that I wanted this person captured alive, and that was the only option, would that, of course, be something that would be set up as a bounty?
Well, in the underground situation, you'd have less people trying to take that one because, it's a lot harder to get somebody captured alive.
So the payment must be pretty big for something like that.
Yeah, depends on the offense or the how wealthy your people are that want it taken care of. The more you post up, more people gonna do it, and the quicker it's gonna happen. So 10,000 gold or something to get you a good kind of speed on return for a bounty.
Now, can you hire bounty hunters directly, or do you have to post for it?
You'd have to do something like know a bounty hunter kind of thing, or be in those circles. It's not really something somebody off the street per se could go in and sort out.
Okay.
But if you're looking for information on Drake Wardens, as you were saying, that I don't know anybody specifically that knows Drake Wardens. All I know is that Vladmus, that I mentioned earlier, he's well versed in a lot of things. He's probably the most educated person in the entire city from what I understand. So if anybody knows, he might. That's really all I can suggest for more information on Drake Wardens, though.
He's a core 3, right? In the big cathedral, you said?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me just think. Pretty sure it was core 3.
Core 3 was said.
Yeah.
Jesper, are you okay?
Wait a second.
Flips through notes.
Processing.
Yeah. That's right. Core 3. Oh, man, all this information. Haven't talked to anybody this much in a long time. So it's trying to get it kick in. Yeah, core 3. You go to the northwest corner. It's just a little bit further than the Weeping Sorrow. There, the shop at the very north. You just keep going west a little bit, and you'll find it up there. It's built into the wall. It's absolutely amazing. You can't miss it. It's huge. There's lights all over the front of it. It's something else.
What is the Weeping Sorrow? It sounds sad.
Bad.
Oh, it's just a shop.
Oh, right, okay. What kind of shop is it?
For sweets?
Well,
Mastos could use sweets.
it's a little bit of something for everybody, There's some magical items, there's some herbs. It's a little bit of a catch-all.
Oh, sounds convenient.
Out of character, we don't need another episode of buying stuff.
You don't tell me what I need.
All right, well, I mean, unless anyone else has any more questions, I think maybe we take a minute, we regroup, and kind of figure out a plan? You okay, Darius?
Yep.
You see Mastos eating a berry.
Okay, alright. So, Jack, what do you think? Jack?
Jack's gonna flip his little sheet down for the theft reports. I guess we need to go figure this out.
What's that?
What is that?
The theft reports I was talking about.
Oh, I didn't know you had a sheet.
And Jack will hand it off to Alice.
Okay. So
Alright, well,
Does Atlas eat paper to process data?
No.
So at least you see this handwritten note by Carmen, kind of details of a couple of reports, specifically gold that's been taken. The most recent one being a golden scroll case from the Wizard's Tower on the Core 1. But there's some names of some patrons that have had some gold stolen over the last week or so.
I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to pass it to Darius.
Okay.
What do you want me to do with it?
Is this
You're-
what
you're
you're working
welcome
on
to
for
read
common?
it. If you'd like. If not, pass it along. So, Jasper, well, thank you for your time and your efforts and for allowing us to join your super secret invisible club. We look forward to assisting people and saving Jack's life and not getting incarcerated.
That sounds like a good plan to me. All right, no worries.
All right. Well, I think if everyone's ready, we can head out now.
All right. If I'll send one of my cats if I have something for you to do. Sound good?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I will send you a message if we need some information or help.
All right, you got it.
The quick question: the Katurva Ingavar. Is there any way to acknowledge someone who's working in that? Like, do they wear a symbol, or is there a super secret handshake, or a secret password? We're pretty bad with secret passwords. We don't know them until it's too late. So maybe if we knew it ahead of time, we wouldn't be here.
Well, once you've done a little bit of work, I'll make sure to get you a token. It's a token with a symbol that you can show.
Okay. And again, is there any way to acknowledge other CIs?
Other
So
than a
we know-
token, no.
No? Okay.
No.
Alright. So we won't be operating on official CI business.
Not
We'll be-
currently, no.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Okay, alright, wonderful. You, what time is it? I feel like we've been here for like a week.
Right now, it's about, the sun has just come up. Just
Oh, it's
after
early.
breakfast time, yeah.
Oh, okay. Breakfast. Recommendations for a breakfast joint around here.
Well, if you haven't already eaten, I mean, any of the inns.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you for that suggestion.
Yeah, well, again, I did tell you before, but I'll just remind you, there's the Rusty Mug.
Right.
There's Grounded, and there's the Dragon Flagon.
Okay, yeah. I just didn't know if there was maybe a breakfast, like an all-day breakfast tavern that isn't necessarily an inn.
I'm sure they can help you out. I'll figure something out for you for breakfast.
Okay, alright, wonderful. Alright, I will, alright, sure.
I start heading out the door.
All right. As he was explaining about finding information for you guys, you see what you didn't notice before was behind the sides of the fireplace. Two cats headed out in tiny little cat flaps, just boop, 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 boop. And then it kind of melds in and looks like part of the wall again.
Fancy. Jack's gonna get out side and just tell Reen you're gonna stay close to me and pay attention.
Jack, is there any way to make a ring go invisible, or?
Reen cannot turn invisible, unfortunately, and
Put that cloak on her.
I've never just dismissed her before. The only time I've ever seen her go away is if she gets hurt enough.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
What size is she?
Small.
Mastos walks over.
Mm-hmm.
And hold on.
Sorry, just to confirm, did Mastos and Darius exit the building as well?
Yes. Walk over to Reen and Booper. And I cast Reduce. So now she is, I guess, tiny? Is that the...
Yeah. Move down to a tiny sized. Yeah.
Now she hide.
Can she fit in like a hatch?
Tiny would, tiny would be basically be a rat.
She...
Yeah.
So yes.
A hatch? If you're talking about Atlas's hatch, yeah.
Jack and Atlas getting his geeky stuff.
Would be
Jack's gonna have like Reen jump on his hand, and he's gonna kind of like hold her and be like, "Holy crap!"
I'm just
So zoom up to him and just open my mouth really wide.
Jack's gonna look at Mastos. So how long does this stay in effect?
About an hour, Mastos would say.
You sure?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hold on. Just wait.
This could be very bad if incorrect.
And Reen goes back to regular size. Oh, Mastos was wrong.
I back away with my mouth wide open, my eyes like even wider, and just slowly close it.
Yeah, it
Well,
says.
Mastos almost was part of the Atlas.
It says the Drake remains until it is reduced to 0 hit points. Until you use this feature to summon the Drake again.
You can dismiss it.
Oh, I can?
Banish it to the nether.
Fine.
Beat the shit out of her.
Bro, chill.
Or go beat the
Jack's gonna kind of lean down and he's gonna start like petting Reen.
I'm
getting
just
around
like
her
walking up with a
snout.
scalpel slowly from behind.
And as he's in the middle of petting her, he's both hands in there. She's just gonna kind of dissipate.
Okay.
And I just flip the scalpel down. No, I'm
Yeah, so
kidding.
as you're petting her and she kind of leans into you and your hand almost like seems to pass through her as it she just dissipates.
Oh, what? Where did she go? She invisible?
Yeah, she's invisible.
Oh, that's a really nifty trick.
She's pretty cool like that.
Maybe we tried those tricks earlier on, when we could have used it.
Sure thing.
Okay, alright.
So, do we want to go check out this scroll incident?
Yeah, I mean, if you think that's what we should do, we should. I'm just worried that that's. the
I'm gonna be
path we
honest,
set
I'm
before
not-
You. Maybe we deviate a bit. But the deviation could be the path that was set before you. I really don't know.
That's what my thing. Like, that's my concern. And this guy tells us that I'm gonna die soon, and you guys are all going to jail, and then goes, "By the way, you want to go do this task?" Like, that just kind of seems like a setup,
And what if it all
Harlan-
happens because he told us it was going to happen, and we, while trying to avoid it, walk right into it?
See,
I don't know.
my concern is we're investigating reports of thefts. And if we're somehow caught, involved, or framed, that could lead to our incarceration.
I know what we can do, guys. We'll go to the inn, and we'll do nothing for 2 weeks.
Let's talk for 2 weeks. That sounds like my perfect dream scenario. Who's first? Oh, we're
Yeah,
gonna
but
break
I don't
this
want to have
whole
Rain dissipated
emotional
this
trauma?
long.
I mean, if we're in our room, you can have her out. It's not like she's going to be seeing the entire world in your room, unless your room has some kind of weird special power I don't know about. And maybe that's how you die.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Maybe she gets hungry and eats you.
maybe we get hungry and eat him.
I think the
By we, I
problem
mean-
here is, I think we know who your killer is. So, I think we need to meet this problem head on, and we need to strike first.
Who kills Jack?
The Drake Warden, was that not clear? Did
Yeah,
I
but we don't
misinterpret?
know of another Drake Warden, and it's.
Well,
I don't think I
it-
could just look at somebody and sense they're a Drake Warden.
Well, no, but I think it's pretty clear. I think it's Sunak's friend. They were both interested in the egg. She sent him to go retrieve it. And she moves like you do. Just
Do you
much
think
better.
he was lying?
What if Jack ends Jack? Jack
What-
Jake Warden.
What do you mean she moves better than me?
She moves more efficiently than you. I'm not sure how to rephrase
First
that.
off, Mastos fell off a roof or jumped off a roof, said that there was a girl up there, and then I asked, "Can I go pursue her?" And by then she was gone. So don't be giving me the outperformance wise. I guarantee you, if I was on the roof with her, I would have overtaken her and
Jack.
captured
Okay.
her.
Jack,
I
Mastos
believe
think you
you.
perform well,
she's
Jack.
a woman.
And Jack's
It
like
can't be
knife-handing at
bigger than
Atlas.
yours.
Okay, well, let's see how it goes, because I'm sure there'll be another opportunity. I think we should pursue this Drake Warden and meet them head on. I think that's the only scenario that doesn't fit a followed path.
Unless that's what leads to him dying.
Well, I mean, at least he
So
died.
you want to go? You want to go
one-on-one
see
against-
Sunak?
All path
and
leads to death.
A thank you. Sorry, that was kind of rude. But you want to go pursue somebody you presume is, or you assume, not presume, assume is a Drake Warden without any proof besides the fact that they disappeared from a roof.
And
Well,
what if she
no,
killed Jack
I'm-
because we're following her?
I think we will investigate. I'm not saying we just knock on the door and start, throwing down. But I think that's our first lead, is we should maybe see what's going on with Sunak and his friend.
Why don't we go
Clearly,
ask
Aaron,
Carmen
it's
if she
been-
knows if there's any Drake Wardens here? She seems to know what's going on in the city.
That's true too.
Mastos think all paths lead to death. It's just which path gets us there quicker. We should rely on friends to help us prolong our path.
I'm not sure if he's being insightful or really dark.
Carmen, friend, we should ask Carmen.
Okay. Great words of wisdom from our new friend here. Everyone should live by. I think,
Die by.
or die by, yes. Are we in consensus that we should at least pursue the Drake Warden?
I personally don't think it's a good idea. I mean, what if pursuing them is what causes them to fight us?
Well, I mean, they've already kind of pursued us, no?
I
A
mean,
person has pursued us that you think is a Drake Warden.
Okay. Are you guys gonna take a little risk, or are we gonna just talk it all about till someone comes along to fucking kill you?
Again,
2
we
weeks
Pardon
later.
me.
talk Carmen and then go.
Yes,
At least-
that's absolutely an option. That would also mean we are pursuing the Drake Warden lead.
Isn't Carmen on the second core, not the third? Or is this the same core?
that a DM question, or are you asking the group?
Yeah, I have no clue what core we're on right now.
You're currently on core 3.
Core 3.
Yeah.
She's on core 2, I think, right? No,
Core
core
1. Yeah.
Or 3,
one.
Sunak's friend's house.
No.
Well, we're
Carmen.
closer. We're already close to Sunak, so let's just check it out and see what we can get, like what we can glimpse on or glean on just from being near.
So I'll give you guys, because you're all theater of the mind right now, just while you guys are talking, I'll give you kind of like a recap of where you guys are. So the cat had led you down from core 1 down through core 2, which as you guys kind of glanced around, it looked pretty barren. There didn't look much there. Down to core 3, which as you're led around to Jasper's, looked more like a housing area. Lots of random styles of houses scattered everywhere. And walked you right around to the southeastern corner of core 3. So that's where you guys are currently.
Okay, I have an idea. Darius, why don't you and Jack meet up with Carmen and see if you can find out any information on a Drake Warden? I think the closer Jack is to...
She's the Dawnbreakers, right? Is that like
Carmen? No,
Carmen.
she's sort of head of security of the Nolgia
Okay.
for the
All
city.
right. Is there a name of that security? Like,
No, just the Nolgia guard.
okay.
I think Jack's staying closer to Carmen, and the security will kind of keep him a little bit safer, while me and Mastos can scout out Sunak's quarters. And we'll just take a look, and then we can meet back at our inn on core 1. Or we can meet at the other pub that was recommended.
The Dragon Flagon?
Yeah, Dragon Pub.
I'm not worried about being babysat. If we're the party that could kill Lord Venmoria, I think we're not going to have any issues if we run into a single Drake Warden.
I agree, but I'm just
So I
saying-
don't need babysat. If I'm with the team that I'm used to fighting with, and being separated is not the play right now. Let's just travel to Nolmak's house because we're here.
Who's Nomak?
Or whatever his name is. Sunak. Nolmak. The Nolmak. Radagon. I miss Radagon.
Okay.
Radagon?
He's Jack's brother.
Well, I definitely recommend our visit to Sunak's house be just reconnaissance. So that's why I was going for more subtle. And if you guys were able to get some other information done at the same time, we can solve this quicker. Would you prefer to go with Mastos?
Mastos can be subtle, and he shifts
Oh.
into his fox.
Atlas, or
Yeah.
Jack's gonna look at Atlas, and he's gonna kind of get his attention, tap him on the shoulder.
What's up?
I say we all go together, and he's gonna give him
Okay.
he's gonna give him a stern head nod, like,
Okay, alright. Let's all go together then.
lead on.
So we'll start heading. Yeah, core 3 to the west side.
All right.
Did we get any description of the house?
Mastos prances
No.
along.
You got nothing.
God damn. All right, I'm gonna pop my head back into Jasper's.
Yoo-hoo! Jasper?
Yeah.
Oh,
Alex, welcome back.
hey. Thank you. We were just having a quick chat outside.
Yeah.
Just want to say thank you again. Wonderful meeting you.
Yeah.
And, also, can you describe in great detail what Sunak's house looks like? Or is there a number or any sort of discerning markers?
Oh, well, I don't really know the exact house. I just know a situation that happened, how he got the house, which has brought my attention to it. That's all.
How do you get the house?
Well, he claims that his uncle left it to him. And he had the deed and everything with the signatures. But he never mentioned that he had a nephew or anything. But he had all the proper documentation, and it was just a bit fishy. It didn't seem right with me. That's all.
Do you remember his uncle's name?
Oh my goodness. You know what? Just give me a second here. He looks over his shoulder.
Random name.
Gives a little
generator.
nod, and you see a cat skimper off into one of those flaps. Just a second here.
Oh yeah, no, take your time. A lot of knowledge in that little brain there. Gotta
Yeah.
work through, eh?
Mastos'
that
box
sounded
head
rude.
popping
My
underneath.
apologies. Big brain.
Alice pokes his head out. Roll a perception check, Alice.
Mm-hmm. I can do that. No, I can't. So, natural one.
Can I roll a perception since I popped my head in as well?
Yep.
It would help if I actually had my thing on top. It's a bottom.
My perception isn't.
Is an 8 if you don't want to count the critical failure.
I rolled a 7, so I rolled a nat 1 as well.
All good. All good. Duly noted. So, yeah. So, you've been together all for about a week now. You got the tight bond, yeah? You're working well together, or how's it all going?
Oh, like a well-oiled machine that has
Good.
completely broken down and
Oh.
has been shipped to multiple locations, and
Yoinks.
each part has no instruction manual for
Oh,
anyone
my
to figure
goodness.
out.
I might be regretting asking for your help then. I kind of thought everybody was working well together and it would be a well-oiled machine.
Well, that's like
Here's the thing, though. Atlas's description
Are we
was
all
bang
being-
on.
No, you guys are still outside unless you... As far as I know, Atlas only came in and then...
Oh, okay. Sorry.
And Mastos
tired.
came in with the fox. As a fox.
Right underneath, like,
Yeah.
whoop. He just wants to be involved.
Yeah, I wouldn't have said that in front of everyone if that was the case.
Yeah. So yeah, well, you know, maybe work on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, Jasper. I'm really trying here.
Well,
Uh,
I'm assuming you're the leader, lads, yeah?
No, definitely. I tried to be, but I don't think that's really what I'm cut out for. So,
Oh, okay. So
Mastos
who's the
is
leader
odd
then?
towards himself.
Mastos is the leader. So who's running the show then? Who's sort of calling the shots and...
I think we're in a transitional period where we're waiting for someone to take control, and I have high hopes.
Darius yells from outside. Oi! Are we going or what?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, well, one moment. Gathering intel. Listen, Jasper, I think we need this sense of impending doom to maybe start getting things moving as a cohesive unit. So, I mean, we don't want to let one of us die, so we have no choice to work together, and I'm hoping helping you and figuring this out will be the catalyst to bring everyone into some workable group.
Well, I hope so. I hope something negative, something positive can come out of it. So it's a good idea. Just as he says that, you see the cat flap open up and a cat come running over with a couple of sheets of paper in its mouth. He reaches down, kind of flips it. All right, well, let's see here. So yeah, west side. Names. Let's see.
Come on, Jasper, do you have it or not?
It's right here. Go through it.
Sorry?
Give me a second.
Sorry, I'm
Jesus.
just a little bit of
All right.
stress.
So, okay, so it's Sunak Hajor. That's his name.
You want to spell that for me?
Sunak
Mm-hmm.
Hajor.
Okay, Azure. All right.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. So last year he got from. Okay, here we go. So the name was Alba Blueback.
And that was his uncle.
Yeah. And it's on the west side, core 3, a small stone house. Don't have any more details than that actually.
It
looks
said
like.
his uncle was deceased and
Well, yeah,
property was left to him.
that's right.
Did you know this, Alba?
No, I didn't. I didn't know Alba myself. No, I didn't really do much around here, to my knowledge, to bring it to my attention.
Is there anyone that has been around that would have interacted with Alba that we could talk to?
Probably his neighbours, or maybe the local. You know, if he's on call free, maybe he went to Grounded a lot. It's you know, was seeing on this course, and maybe he was there. I'm not too sure, to be honest.
Okay, sorry, what was the name of the inn?
Grounded?
Grounded. Okay, thank you. Okay, alright, thank you very much. We will, we'll report back.
All right.
Wish us luck.
Absolutely. Be safe. I'll let you know as soon as I hear anything about anything going on.
Perfect. Alright, thanks, Jasper. Come on, Mastos.
Mastos gives a little paw wave and then heads out.
I just like I scruff like give him a little scratch behind the neck as we exit.
Oh, sorry about that. I just wanted to get the info on the house so we know we're taking a look at the right place. Interesting, though. Jasper just said that Sunak recently moved into this house, and he apparently was a little fishy on how he came into owning it. I guess it was his uncle had passed away, and he just showed up one day with the deeds to the house and signatures, and Jasper just seems a little fishy about whether that was his uncle or not. So it might be something to maybe look into. Maybe at least we'll have some leverage over Sunak if there's something to be discovered there.
I feel like there's something to be discovered by the shady, thieving goblin who slipped out of our grasp.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get moving then.
Okay, let's head to Core 3, the west side. We're looking for a stone house.
Oh, are we going straight there? I thought we were going to go see Carmen.
Is it on the way? Like,
Carmen's back on Core 1, no?
Yeah, I think Jack said since we're down here, we're just gonna scout out the house.
Okay.
just scout though, not
Yes. We're not engaging.
unless scouting leads to Jack's death.
All right. I'm gonna start making my way downtown,
Making my way.
walking fast.
All right, everybody
And then
following?
when the faces pass, just know that I'm snack bound.
Yeah,
I-
Jack's in behind him.
So yeah, as you guys start to move out, start heading in a westerly direction, you can see now, you did walk past it when the cat was bringing you down to Jasper's, but you take more note of it now that you're kind of taking a look around. You can see the steps leading up. So you can kind of tell now it mirrors the steps in the northwest corner. There's also in the southeast corner, and this is how you would navigate up and down the different cores. So as you continue west, the homes kind of are a little bit less prevalent here. It seems to be more along the whole eastern side of the core is where you've seen most of the homes. But as you go down the sort of west region, more going south, there's a little bit more people out now. As it got to more of about a sort of 7 a.m., 8 a.m. kind of situation. You guys woke up extremely early. And you can see still with the sunrise, the golden glow coming down kind of the channel down the center of the city and stretching out in the ceiling above. Not any type of blinding light, but just a nice warm glow spreading. As you guys continue to walk, there's some people going about their daily business. You see on the left-hand side a large half stone, half metal kind of building. And Mastos, you pick up immediately this strange smell that you had smelled before around the campfire, usually in the morning time. And a strong smell of coffee hits your nostrils.
Mastos's nose rises up and takes a big whiff. And he
Ooh.
stops.
What is it, boy? What do you got?
I look up at Atlas and I sniff again. And I pepe le pew to the smell. Follow the smell.
So still in fox form, you're...
I'm gonna just head back, but keep an eye on him. Like, I want him to see where he's going, but
Okay.
not be right with him.
So you guys see it's about 40, 50 feet to your left. You guys were kind of walking past. You see this building, and you see Mastos up on his two hind legs, just like shuffling his way towards the building. Anybody else following, or is Mastos?
I'm following, but I'm like staying like at a distance. Like, I want to see where he's going, but
Okay.
I don't want to look like I'm following him.
Okay.
I'm also just generally like, I'm also keeping an eye on anyone that's walking past or around. Like, I want to see if there's anyone that's like eyeing us too. Like, as a general, that's what I'm doing as I'm walking around.
Okay. Roll a perception.
Gotta find my D20 since Alex is playing around.
Are you talking to me?
Oh.
Yes, for now.
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind.
Okay.
You'll need one too.
Okay.
That is a 17.
17. Okay. Yeah, you kind of glance around while you see Mastos take off. Nobody seems to be standing out. Seems to be what you expect, a very low bustle of people going about their daily chores. You don't really see anybody staring at you or pinning you down for now.
Okay.
Mastos, as you get closer, you look inside this building and you can see that it looks a little bit of a similar setup to the Rusty Mug. Only it looks a little bit more quaint. It's a little bit smaller. There's only about 2 patrons. You can see at the back, you see a counter, and you can tell that that's where the coffee is coming out of, some sort of coffee shop.
This is the coffee shop that was talked about. Mastos remembers. Mastos is going to navigate through whatever tables or dining setting they have and walk up to the counter still in box form.
So as you go in, you see now there's only about 10 small circular tables placed throughout. You see stairs on the right-hand side leading up. There's a couple of shelves of books lined, very well taken care of. And you just see 2 patrons just there drinking cups. One has a book, just reading through the book. One has a parchment with a pen, seem to be writing. No music or anything playing. Nice and kind of quiet. As you get up to the, as you're walking towards where the counter is, you can kind of just see the top of the person as you're approaching. And it's this long blonde-haired lady, human, and she looks down and says, "Oh, hello, little fox. How did you get in here?"
So Mastos stands up on his fox legs, but as he's arching up, he turns and shifts back into his normal form.
Oh my goodness!
Followed my nose, Mastos did.
She hits the table, and you see now what looks like almost like you would see in sort of an alchemist's laboratory, all these different glass jars and bottles, and 3 of them fall off, and you just hear ching, 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 clatter across the ground. What? Oh, shouldn't
Mastos,
startle
sorry.
a lady like that. My goodness.
Mastos, sorry.
Oh, my heart.
He's not used to others not recognizing him. He forgets sometimes what form he in.
Well, it's very uncouth of you to come in like that and startle me. I'm sorry for the noise over there. Sorry if it interrupted. Oh, well, what are you doing here?
Mastos smell coffee. Mastos remembers smell.
She's gonna look you up and down a little bit. Does this Mastos have any money?
Mastos has shinies.
Okay, very well. Well, brush yourself off. And she throws you like a rag.
I catch the rag and look at it.
Brush yourself off. You're filthy.
I wish I had pressed digitation or whatever. I start to wipe myself down in shame.
As
Very
you're doing that,
shameful,
she turns and gets a broom and starts sweeping up. You can hear the glass clinking together as she sweeps it up. You guys outside? Are you continuing to walk? As this happens?
I realize this is just a coffee shop now?
Yeah, you'll be close enough. You can see right in. You're kind of keeping a half distance between and keeping an eye. Yeah, you can tell. You can all now smell it. You've all smelled coffee before. Well, Atlas, maybe you can't smell, but you realize that it is grounded. It was referred to earlier. You're smart enough to put the two and two together. The inn.
Okay. I would just pop in.
Mastos, we should really get going here, but maybe we come back later.
Mastos hasn't had coffee in 73 years.
Oh, yeah, wonderful. So you should be okay waiting 73 years and 2 hours, right?
If Masto must.
Yeah, I think so, Mastos. Unless can we get one to go? Is that a thing? You know.
She turns around now and says, "Oh, look at you! What an automaton! My goodness, haven't heard vocal cords like that from an automaton before. You sound quite amazing."
Okay, wonderful, lady. Can we get one of those copies to go? We're on a tight schedule, and I'm trying to keep the group together here, so.
Oh, well.
You got a to-go cup? Like a little mug?
Excuse me. Well, are you going to pay for the damages before I serve you
Sure.
some coffee? This one?
Sure.
Okay.
Give her 5 gold.
Oh, okay. She quickly scuttles it off the counter. Okay, not a problem. What brew would you like?
Your best brew, as
Dark.
quick as possible.
Darkest brew,
Your
please.
darkest brew as quick as possible.
Okay, well, unfortunately, our best brew we're out of at the moment. We're out of the special pods that we use for that brew. The Feywild Frost brew
Any
is
coffee
quite
as
delicious.
quick as possible. Anyone is fine.
Okay,
Mastos looks back at Atlas.
very well, very well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Goes back.
Thank you.
You see her go down a couple of shelves where she had looks like a sort of a beaker and a little flame heating and a sort of a hose going through. Looks like it's kind of maybe been there a while. She pulls it out. Yeah, so it looks like this mug, sort of a brown clayish mug, not constructed very well. Got a few fingerprints in the outside of it. She pours into one, pours into two. There you go. You can keep those. Passes them over.
Thank you. Wonderful.
Mastos
Would it be okay to get one more?
For 5 gold, yes. Why not?
Okay. Thank you.
Goes down.
Yeah, thank
Same again.
I take a deep smell of the coffee.
There you go. And thank you very
Wonderful.
much for your
Great.
patronage.
Thank you. Awesome.
is-
Sorry for yelling. We'll be back, I'm sure. Okay, come on, Mastos.
Very
You
well.
make coffee like magic.
I quickly bring the cups outside.
If you
I'm still
like it, it's the
standing
Orcus Stone Grind. She yells behind you.
I just go right up to Jack and Darius. I'm like,
Here, coffee. Enjoy it. Let's keep moving, okay? All right, here you go.
I guess Mastos turns around with his 2 cups that he actually had. And as he trots out, his tail is wagging very much. He is a
Awesome.
very happy deer tail boy. Man. Mastos, man.
Melee stuff, monster trucks, taking out the trash.
Read a book.
this coffee's black.
My coffee's already drinking, by the way. It's gone.
All right. You
Great.
feel burning heat going down your throat as it was freshly brewed.
Take 4
Almost like
searing
liquid
damage.
tar just
Searing
burning down.
That feels so good.
But it
I
does
haven't had that
feel,
hot liquid.
yeah, it does feel like a dark roast, a little bit earthy for what you were hoping for. Very much a bitterness afterwards, and a couple of tiny little coffee grounds right left in your mouth afterwards.
I'm gonna walk up to Jack and Darius's coffees, and since I'm gonna drop a good berry in each of them, and cut bitterness. Good berries do, and then just trot back, heading.
Jack's gonna kind of like look at it and just hand it to Mastos.
Mastos, hot searing again.
Yeah. Lesson not learned.
Darius will look at it. He takes a sip and immediately, what the hell is this? And hands it to
Mastos,
Mastos.
coffee. And third one down the hatch.
Mastos, roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I thought I'd gain like haste or something. 14.
Okay,
Plus-
you're good.
Yeah.
You resist the need to poop.
Ah!
So
Good, because Mastos would have just shit on the street.
Oh my goodness.
This is how we got incarcerated.
Public indecency.
Oh, yeah, I am half goat. You know that half is just gonna shit. where
All
it
the
wants.
dingleberries. All right, so
The Welsh approach.
as you guys continue walking westwardly, you start to see now more of what you recognize to be more of a housing district start to come into play. Smaller buildings. Again, this is a total mix match. Some of these buildings are made from wood, some from rock, some from metal. A mixed match of all of the above. It doesn't seem to have been a sort of a structured area as such. It seemed to have been built up. Just when somebody needed a house, they just put up a house with whatever they had. So as you keep moving westwardly, Atlas, you're leading the way, right?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
it at this point.
Ruler perception.
Nat 20.
Hey.
Nice.
I switched my dice
So
to the rigged ones.
always winning, baby. So yeah, as you guys are heading west,
That's why
as-
we're in jail.
As you look to the north, pretty close to the central kind of golden pillar that's coming down, you see two Nolgia guards heading
Nolgia?
in your direction. Yeah, Nolgia.
What
look
does
for-
that mean?
Look
Okay.
very similar to the two guards that met you guys in the tunnels, and they seem to be coming your direction. They're like 120 feet away, but it looks like they're kind of coming towards the group.
Okay. So Nolgia is
That's the
The
guard. That's like the clan or the
Clan?
people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did we know that?
Yep.
Okay. Yes, we
Do
did.
they look like they have intent of walking towards us, like directly?
Well, you don't know that.
Metagame, duh.
Dude, I'm
Mastos
game.
gets a
Duh.
big wave.
Okay, so sorry. They look like the ones we met, or you're just saying they look like the same from the same clan as the guards that we met?
They actually look like the ones you met.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna turn to Jack.
Jack, I think those guards, I don't, can you see them? They're about 120 feet away, the ones that we ran into. When we first got here, I think they're coming this way.
Their names were
Before the
Queenie
DM
and
says
Henrik.
anything, of course I can see them. Yeah, I see them.
I know, I'm just... I know.
I'm assuming Jack sees them after being pointed out to them.
Yeah. Once you point it out, you can see them walking towards now. You recognize that they're the same guards that. might
Oh
be in the
yeah,
tunnel.
those are the two that told us to come into this town.
Might be coming because Carmen looking for us.
They're about 80 feet away now, still walking towards the group.
Darius, do you want to take the lead on this one? See what they want?
Sure.
I immediately wave and yell. Oh, what was their names again? I have it in my notes.
I just said their names.
Well, everyone talked over you, so I couldn't forget. They are. Nope. Up further.
50 feet
Harry, what are
away.
the names?
Preen and Henrik.
Did you get that?
Preen and Henrik.
Preen! Hendrik! As I wave. The cyborgs, I have them as Preen and Hendrik.
So as they're walking towards, you see Preen, kind of no reaction from, and Henrik, you see kind of like a little shimmy wave of the wrist.
I'll push forward to the front of the group.
Oh, hello, Darius. Good to see you again. How is your time here in the city?
It's been interesting. How are you guys doing?
Oh, pretty good. You know, just had to do our reports for the tunnel incident, and Carmen sent us here for actually, Jack. Can I have a word, please?
This is where Jack dies.
Yeah, Darius actually kind of like shimmies so that he's between them. Why do you need to talk to Jack?
Oh, well, Carmen wanted to have a word with him as soon as possible.
Are you okay with this, Jack?
I mean, you can,
Jack-
whatever you say in front of Jack, you should be able to say in front of all of us.
Well, we
Right,
can all
Jack?
go.
Oh, absolutely, you can all go if you wish. That's not a problem whatsoever. In fact, it's
Okay.
just at your earliest convenience. We're not going to, force you to go there or anything. Just, at your earliest convenience, if you could make your way to speak to Carmen.
You're not
Okay,
going to
we-
arrest us. That's good.
We planned on checking in with her in about an hour or two, so you can expect us then.
Okay, I would just say the sooner the better is all. Okay, so message
So-
received.
Before you leave, just so we're clear,
Yeah.
is there any passwords we may need before we get there at any point? Just something that might be on a sign that we might not see or might not exist?
You see Preen lift up 1 foot and just do a 180 swivel and start walking the other way. And Henrik just kind of can't see the face, but you can sense sort of a smile. No, you can just go to the rusty mug.
Oh, okay, wonderful. Henrik, your name was?
That's correct, yes.
Henrik, do you mind if I ask you a question?
I don't mind at all. Go right ahead.
How long have you been in this city?
I've grown up here all my life.
All your life. And how long have you worked for the... whatever you work for?
I don't see it as work. It's all part of our belief and our evolving to the next stage.
Okay. What's the next stage again?
Well, evolution, of course, not needing these flesh vessels that we have.
Oh, well, I know all about that. I've never had a flesh vessel. At least not of my own. I have one inside me once in a while, but that's in my
I-
hatch in the back. But long story, let's not go there.
Yeah, Atlas, maybe you should.
Sorry, it makes everyone awkward when I talk about that. I don't understand, but, anyways, just quickly, we're looking, do you know if an Alba Blueback used to live around here?
Alba Blueback? You
Yeah.
say? That's the name?
Yeah.
Alba Blueback.
He lived on West Side.
Let me think.
Sunak now lives there.
I think Alba used to have a stall, yes. Used to have a stall outside his house, I believe.
A store. What kind of
Yes.
store?
He would make these small wooden trinkets. Yes, that's right, yes. He would make animals, carve them out of wood. Quite intricate, if I recall. Yes.
Oh, would they be like necklaces? Would he make
All
necklaces?
different kinds of things. Necklaces, ornaments, statues of various deities, and whatever muse took him.
Oh, wonderful. Is he... So, where can we find him?
It was over on the west side, I believe. Further up here, he points in the direction northwesterly, the direction you guys were walking already.
Okay. And And what does Alba... Is his shop open usually at this time, do you know?
Oh, well, Alba passed away about a year ago.
Oh,
Do you know the circumstances of his death?
what happened?
No, I'm not familiar with exactly what happened. I just know that he passed away and his nephew, Sunak, took over the property.
What do you know of Sunak?
Not very much. Comes and goes. He's here sometimes he's not.
Okay. And is there any other relatives that live in the house with him?
He does have a colleague that stays. I believe they work together. They travel the lands and stop by here when it's time to come home.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. Does Sunak operate the store still, or is that
Oh no.
gone now?
Store hasn't been functioning since Alba passed away, I believe.
Is there anyone else that knows Alba? That, like, was friends with Alba?
Possibly his neighbors, I would expect, would be the best contact of someone who had spoken to him, I suppose.
Okay. Alright, well, sorry. Preen, was it?
Yes.
Thank you, Preen. Very helpful, and we will visit Carmen as soon as possible.
Sorry, my name's Henrik. My apologies.
Oh, no problem. Sorry.
Preen's
I
this
said
one.
Hendrik. I'm not sure what you meant by that, but...
You can see now Preen is like 150 yards, like already gone back towards the stairs. Okay, well, I better get moving.
Yeah, better catch up there. Okay, thank you, Hendrik.
Please make sure that Jack does visit as soon as possible, please.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Enjoy your day, Atlads. And gives you all a circular wave.
Atlas, and I'm going to kneel down.
Mm-hmm. Yes?
Just to give you some perspective, if I told you people were putting fleshy parts in my rear hatch, what would you think was happening?
Well, I'm not aware that you have a storage hatch in your rear, so...
Oh,
I'm
it's not a
sure.
storage. It's not a storage hatch.
Oh, you're talking about your colon.
Yeah, I guess that would technically be a part of. There's kind of storage in there. Anyways,
Store things in there.
not the point.
Are you trying to tell me if... Do people do that to you? Is that non-consensual?
Sometimes, as I walk by.
Oh. Are you... Okay,
Listen, I could tell you some stories, trust me, but unrelated. That's why people get uncomfortable when you start talking about that.
Oh. But that's interesting. I'm an automaton. I don't have an anus.
You're right. But people will
Are most
relate it to
people stupid?
themselves. I mean, have you met some of the people we've met?
This is true. Oh, you humans and flush bags are so complicated.
I'm not a human. At least
And
entirely.
flush bags. Humans and flush bags. I was encompassing all of you flesh-wearing creatures.
Okay.
Alice
Remember
could
that you got mad at me yesterday.
For
a
calling me a
specific-
robot.
Yeah.
How does it feel, flesh bag?
I mean, it
I
doesn't
just
bother
walk
me.
off.
It doesn't bother me.
He's internally seething.
All right.
I'm heading in the direction that we should still be going.
Okay.
Jack is following Atlas.
And I am in front because I was walking past them. And so they're catching up to me.
All right. So as you guys move forward, again, you're kind of now starting to move through what looks like homes. See the person standing outside and kind of going about their day, leaving for work, bags of satchels over the shoulder. Roll a perception, Alice.
I'm obviously looking for the store attached to the house. 18 for perception.
18. Okay. All right. So,
Or what fit the description.
Yeah, so you guys are moving forwards, keeping a keen eye, looking for anything that resembles a store. Is anybody else doing anything while you guys are walking through this western area of Core 3?
Playing my flute.
Have
I am
we
in
seen-
such a chipper mood from that coffee.
From that
I'm
entire
also-
pot of coffee.
Yeah,
That it didn't make me shit myself. Just saying.
Almost.
Win. Doesn't happen in real life.
What are you going to say, Alice?
I just want to also like kind of keep an eye. I want to, if I see the cathedral on Core 3, like any of the points of interest that we've been talked about, I want to, like, if I notice them, I want to make a note of where they are, like the cathedral, the inn. But I'm ultimately looking for that house with the store attached out front that's stone.
Okay. All right, yeah, so as you guys move forward, after about, I don't know, almost 10 minutes of kind of walking through, you can see now this housing area seems to go a little bit deeper than what you've seen at Core 1 when you were going kind of from the inn up to the blacksmith and stuff. Where the outside of the walls hit was a little bit earlier than where this is. So you're going a little bit, seems to be deeper in. And as you do, you notice above that kind of warm glow, as it starts to get closer to the edges, that warm glow kind of fades off. It doesn't seem to carry to the very outsides of the core. It's a little bit darker on the outsides. But as you're moving through, you go past two smaller buildings, and as you round the corner, you see a stone building, and outside you see what looks like a kind of a bench that sits about maybe 3.5 foot off the ground, and a pillar on each side, and kind of like a little awning above it. And it sits about 3 feet away from the front of the house, which you could see that this possibly would have been a shop. There's currently nothing on it. It's all made of wood, and in pretty disrepair, kind of cracks in it and falling apart, but there's no products or anything on it.
No signage or any like remnants of markings of what this place was?
Nothing indicating, no indicating factors. It's just like a regular house with some sort of little
Attachment.
yeah.
How close are the surrounding houses?
So there's a house on either side, and it's only about 5 or 6 feet between. These are pretty close together.
Are they tall houses? Are they small?
1 story. The house you're in front of right now with this thing out the front actually looks to kind of be the tallest. It looks like there is kind of an incline roof on it. It kind of inclines a little bit and then goes flat at the top. So it's kind of like a 1.5 story. There's definitely not like sort of a full up stair section, sort of a 1.5 story looking type building. You can see kind of windows around the outside that have wooden shutters closed from the inside, from the front of it anyway, and a wooden kind of like arched door, single wooden door on the front in the center.
Is this the neighbors' houses you're describing, or the? Or
No, this is the one in front
the
of
main
you.
house?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we see any movement or lights or any sort of sign that someone is occupying either the middle house or either house on each side?
Roll a perception. Anybody else doing anything while Atlas is purveying the front of the house?
Jack would try to get an angle, like all around the house, basically, be it walking, or he might hang from a neighboring house as stealthily as possible and see if he can glean it, like see into the house.
Darius, watching all of them, pulls his hood up and then just starts going and looking in all the windows to see if he can see anything.
I forgot I was muted, and I wanted to say that I wanted to stop playing my flute, and I'm going to wild shape into a mouse.
Okay, good enough. Okay, what did you get, Alice?
25 was the roll, and
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So as you kind of take it all in, you don't see any lights emanating, and as you kind of like push the side of your head to the front door to listen, and you don't hear any movement inside either. There doesn't seem to be any lights. All of these windows are kind of closed from inside with wooden shutters. So but you don't see any light coming out. You don't see any or hear any movement.
Can I roll perception to see if I can find a crack in the bricks small enough to fit?
Okay.
You
I
absolutely can.
want to like I don't want to go up to the houses.
Okay.
Like I just wanted to look to see if there was any signs. So like I don't want to actually be up at the front door.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
definitely keeping my distance. I'm just surveying like
Yeah.
the general area.
So with that perception roll, you know, you could be standing back and kind of listen in, and you don't hear any movement. Now the houses on the either side, the left-hand one looks closed. You can see the windows. The kind of curtains are pulled. No lights kind of shining out. Although the area that you're in is still kind of well lit from above anyway. It's more in the outskirts that is getting darker. And in the house on the right, it looks dilapidated. It doesn't look like anybody lives there. The kind of front door is kind of half hung off. Windows are broken. That you can tell is nobody would live there. Well, if they are, they're squatting.
Okay.
Mastos, what's your perception?
24.
Okay. So while you're scouting around, I'm assuming it's Sunak's house that you're trying to get entry to?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you start scouting around the outside, trying to find a way in. Darius, as you put your cloak up and kind of checking all the windows, so they're all closed up from the inside. Going around the entirety of the building, you can't see any of the windows that would give you a view inside. All these wooden shutters are firmly closed.
Okay, I want to start inspecting the doors, see, like, are they locked, traps, anything like that?
All right, so Jack, if you were trying to get a view, sort of an aerial view, there's no buildings taller than this one within range. You would have to go probably about a minute sort of north to get to sort of a taller building. Everything around this is smaller than it. You could, if you wanted, like, scale this particular building, but you couldn't. There's not really an angle you could get around it to be able to get a 360 or a higher view of it.
Jack will just get on the roof then, quietly.
All right, roll a stealth check.
It's an 18 on the die, and my stealth is a 6, so 24.
24.
A lot of
okay.
high rolls right now. Let's go, guys. What beats?
All right. So as you look up, you kind of see in the roof a little what are they called? A little rock formation coming down, and you're able to kind of grapple on it, and let go, and you land on the top. You think very quietly. Mastos, as you've been scuttling around, you kind of do almost a full 360, and this is for where it is. This is a pretty well-made home. As you get around to, as you look at the front door, it kind of goes inwards, and then the walls go like this. So it's like the front door is almost sticking out. So as you go down the left-hand side, you do find what looks like some misrepair. Was a little crack in the corner where it connects to this channel in the first wall. Do you think you might be able to squeeze in there?
I will attempt to squeeze in there.
While everything is like, once I haven't, sorry, just before we continue with the other one, once I realize that I hadn't seen any movement, I'm going to like step back, like kind of kneel down, and I'm going to start ritual casting detect magic.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
You start that. Darius, so as you go around, as you were checking the windows, you notice there's no back door. There's only the front door. So did you want to check that for?
Yep.
Okay, so roll an investigation.
Why is it locked? Like, that's the first thing I'd check.
Okay, so as you go to pull it, it is locked. Yes.
Oh, that's not, no. I'm going to say I don't see any traps, but I will double check what my modifier is. But I rolled a 2, so.
A 2, okay. Yeah, looks completely untrapped.
Yeah, that's a 6. Okay. Okay, how much time has passed?
It's only been about 2 minutes while all this is going on. Atlas has just started ritualing casting. He's about a minute into it. You see him kind of doing some sort of strange ritual behind you.
Okay, I am going to step back, like, behind Atlas and take the hood off.
Okay. All right. So Jack, as you land on the roof, you take a look around. Roll a perception.
15, and so dirty 20.
Okay. So as you take a look around, you see Mastos Mouse just scurry in between the wall, a little crack in the wall down below. You see Atlas casting a spell as Darius kind of stands behind watching. As you look across the top of this, so this is basically like a flat top, like a rectangular top on this roof, very similar to the roofs that you were on when you were chasing down the assailant earlier. But this one has a hatch on it to the west side. There's a hatch leading down, but on the top of it, there's really just kind of little bits of rocks and little pieces that have probably fallen from the roof above.
Jack's going to delicately attempt to see if the hatch is unlocked.
Okay. So as you go over, it's got a kind of a circular metal ring on it. Looks pretty dirty, made of copper. You reach down and you give it a tug, and it doesn't come loose. As you lift it up, you do see a keyhole right underneath where the metal bracket connects to the circle ring.
How adept would it be, or I guess not adept, how reasonable would it be to try to pick a lock with a dagger?
You can absolutely try.
That's what I like to hear. I'm going to attempt that.
Okay. Roll a d20, add your dexterity modifier.
And just while he's doing that, am I able to talk while I'm...
You can talk while you're actually casting, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I rolled a 12 on the die. Adding my dex modifier would put me at a 15.
15. All right.
Darius,
Hmm?
I'm trying to see if I can detect any magic within the walls. Can you just let Jack and Mastos know that I should be done in a few minutes, and I should be able to see if there's anything magical inside before we go any further?
Okay, I will cast message and let both of them know.
Okay. So Jack, you're kind of working with your dagger in at this, just having a tough time, but you're sticking at it. And you hear the voice in the head coming through from Darius.
And I can respond like how is it, just like a sentence or two?
25 words.
Message actually doesn't have that limitation because
Yeah, I think it's
so
just
short.
sending.
I'm pretty sure it does.
I will link you the spell. It does not say that there is a word limit.
You don't want to
Anyway.
tell Mastos that.
Jack will respond and say, "There's a hatch on the roof. I'm attempting to see if I can open it, but I will wait until I'm given the all clear."
It's because it has such a short range. That's why it doesn't have the limitation that sending has. Because sending, you can send anywhere.
Yeah. All right. Fair. All right. So you're. Do you want to continue trying to pick this lock with your dagger?
If Jack has to, he'll slide one of his bolts out and something a little smaller and mess with it.
Yeah, you're still going with the dagger. So Mastos, as you roll a strength for me, please, as a mouse.
As a mouse.
Yeah.
Ooh. Give me one moment.
Yep. Two. Okay. So yeah, you see this kind of crevice and you just shove yourself in and you realize as you get a little bit deeper, it narrows into a smaller hole. And as you push and you shove and you push and then you try to like back out to get some leverage and you realize you're stuck in the crack. Just as this happens, you hear a voice in your head from Darius. Darius, what do you say?
I just relayed what Atlas said, that he's trying to detect magic in the walls. So everybody kind of just stand by.
I'm just gonna say this. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Oh wait, I can talk in my head,
Yes,
right?
Yeah.
He still says he
He's
still
still
hears
squeak.
squeak, squeak, squeak because I'm panicking. um, yeah. I'm stuck.
Yeah, no, you actually have to speak for a message. It says you can reply in a whisper that only you can hear.
That's all he did.
Yeah, I know. He squeaked. I'm just saying, like,
No.
I can't hear
Did you
his
hear me
thoughts.
after?
You're
Oh.
stuck? Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I can't hear your thoughts.
Ah. All right. Squeak. Screw Jack dying. This is where Bastos dies.
All right, yeah. So you hear squeaks.
Very scared squeaks.
All right, so a couple of minutes goes by now. Jack, the top of your dagger now starting to wear down. You can see making no headway with the lock. You now see it looks like the lock is starting to get damaged on the outside.
Can I see him doing it? Like, is he doing it to the front door?
No, so he's on the roof.
Oh, okay.
It's a hatch on the roof, so it's about 8 feet back from the front. You don't actually have a vantage from where you're standing. You actually would see his head when he was standing, but while he's crouched down doing this, you wouldn't see it.
No, I don't see him. I'm just looking. I'm watching Atlas and
Yeah.
kind of keeping an eye at the house. So I'm not even.
How
actively
long do I
trying
have
to-
on my cast?
So we'll say about maybe 6 minutes gone by, so you got about 4 minutes left.
Okay.
Request
Couple more
Mr.
minutes.
DM. Jack would like to summon Reen with an affinity for fire and to be constantly heating his dagger, and he's going to burn through the lock on this old copper hatch door.
Okay, so you're gonna summon. Okay, so you summon Reen. She just kind of apparates. You see the flames and the scales glittering underneath the sunlight that's baking down. So you're instructing her to heat your dagger. Okay.
The
So-
blade, obviously, that I'm digging in there, and I'm basically going to try. If I'm damaging the lock, he wants to continuously. He wants to destroy the lock to the point of it being broken,
Okay.
where it doesn't work anymore.
Okay. Roll an attack roll. For melee attack.
I'm fine with that. I just crit it. Oh!
So much for stealthy.
So 26. Hey, I rolled a really good
Window
spell.
in.
26. Okay. Roll for damage with your dagger and add your Reen 1d6 fire.
And I did crit, so I get an automatic 4, right?
Yeah, you get the automatic max, yeah.
All right.
And roll another.
So, and I only add the modifier once, right?
Yeah,
Or
just
do
for
I
your first
add-
roll.
Okay, so it is going to be 8 points of damage plus 4 fire damage.
All right. So you guys down below, you hear kind of like a, and then, ting, as Jack shoves his dagger completely through the lock that is in the top of the trapdoor, and Jack, you just see the trapdoor just break off its hinges and just hanging open.
So, do we hear that?
Yes, you all hear this loud crack and bang.
So
Almost like a small
Darius is going to send
explosion.
message to both of them. Did you guys hear that? You can respond to this message.
I'm stuck.
Jack responds, yeah, I can get in the house now. I didn't think it was gonna fall like that. I thought the hatch went up.
Okay, well, we all heard that down here. If there's anyone in the house, they definitely heard it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Which I can't say because it was a one-time use.
Darius,
They're
roll a
definitely going to
perception.
know someone was
Well,
here.
no, you can say it because you would have
And
cast.
my second one was a recast.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then yeah, Jack's like, oh, for sure. You guys should probably get up here.
I was rolling perception, you said?
Yes, please.
Oh, that was a good roll. Okay, one second. Let me see my modifier.
How much time on cast?
You're almost up.
Dirty 20.
You see a fireball shoot out of that.
220, okay.
Like,
So, yeah, as you're standing behind Atlas, kind of watching, you guys are facing the front door. And as you kind of survey the area and you look, you can see the little kind of like section down at the corner, you can see the tail of Mastos flicking like crazy on the left-hand side of the corner where the door is.
Well, what? But he's a mouse, right? So would I know it's him, or would I just think it's a mouse?
Oh yeah, you've seen him change into a mouse.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
He's
Atlas,
meat
I'll be right back, and I'm gonna head over and just try to like.
All right. Jack, while you're up there, roll a perception check, please, and roll a strength check, Darius.
That's an 18 on perception.
Okay.
Oh wow, that's the best strength roll I have made since we started this campaign. I rolled an 18, but it's -1, so 17.
17. Okay. Judge, you reach down with both hands. You grab his tail and just try to grasp his butt as gently as you can. And you kind of do like a slow circle motion. And there's so much resistance. You give it a little bit extra, and pew!
Just
You
split
go fly into the hole and just flies 10 feet over towards Atlas. Tumbles across the ground. You see dust and little pieces of stone just flying.
I'm glad it was little
Mastos.
pieces of stone. I thought you were going to say little pieces of mastos.
Yay!
You just have one mouse leg in your hand. Like,
The tail and a mouse leg.
yeah.
So Mastos now free. Jack, you look in, and right underneath, all you can see from your perspective is you see floor, and as you kind of bend down a little bit, you can see the back of the front door, and you close your eyes and you listen, and you don't hear anything. And we'll take a 5-minute break there.
Okay.
Brr.
So funny, like Atlas is like just finishing, and Jack's like, bam.
Yeah.
Right?
I didn't see what I pictured in my head. I didn't picture it as like him attacking it. I figured he was gonna sit there and screw on it while Reen breathed on it, and then it just
That's
like
what I thought.
burrowed
Like you were gonna try to
through.
like melt through it. Was kind
Yeah,
of
that was my
Well,
thought. But
Technically, if it's copper, yes. Was it
It
a
is
copper
copper,
lock?
yeah.
It's
No, it
copper.
wasn't
Yeah.
copper.
he said,
Okay, then you could have, because it takes less to heat copper than it would your steel dagger. So the copper would
then
be
the
comparable.
problem
But it would
is
also
that
it would still
Dagger
need
would.
constant heat too, because it would start cooling the moment the heat went away.
Well, he had
Yeah.
green blowing fire on it.
See, Reen can
has
only
infinite
enhance
breath?
an attack.
Yeah.
Reen can't sit there.
Oh,
It's not like
yeah, the
fire breath. It's like enhancing an attack with an element. So
Right.
the
if we
only
had
way
fire
to-
breath, I just burn the house down. Like, come on, guys.
I legit
Yeah,
thought
the
that's
shit
what
out
you
of
were
it.
doing. Like when you were like, I'm pulled Reen out and in fire,
was
I
like,
thought you were just
okay.
gonna light everything on fire.
I ain't a pyromaniac.
All right, we'll
Yeah.
be back in 7 minutes, guys.
All right.
7. Praise Nergal.
So,
Thank
we
you.
left off before break. Oh, thank you very much. It's great to be here.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you.
So the lads had come across Sunak's house that they'd been hunting down and decided to only recon, only take a look around, get an idea of what's going on. And as Atlas finishing up his ritual casting of detect magic to get some remote information, Jack blasted his way through the hatch at the top. Is currently kind of taking a look in. He sees the hallway leading towards the front door and the back of the front door. Atlas, just as you hear this loud crash is when your ritual completes, and you kind of feel that wave of energy going out as your detect magic kicks into play.
Okay.
So
What do I see around me?
as you look, you see obviously your friends. You see what you would expect to see glowing from them. The house straight forwards currently don't get any. It's 30 feet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know
currently-
how close I am.
So yeah, from the house you're only about 15 feet back, so you're getting about 15 feet deep
Feet
into the
in.
house. Yeah.
Okay.
15 feet deep. So nothing is sending out any type of ping back to you from there. The houses either side to the left, you do see some sort of glow coming from the house on the left that have the curtains closed. Nothing from the house on the right, which is kind of ramshackle.
Okay. Do I see Jack, like glowing, like or Reen at least?
You see Jack. Yeah, you do. And yeah, you would see a slight glow around Reen. Yeah, so you can kind of pick him out at the top of the house.
Okay. I just want to start moving slowly closer to the house as I unveil more. Obviously, if something pops up in a range, I want to stop.
Okay. So as Atlas is starting to move forwards, Jack, as you're kind of glancing in the hallway and the door, what are you doing at that moment?
Waiting.
All right. So you're holding steady there.
Yep, he said he wasn't going to go in yet. He was just going to try to open it.
All right. Mastos and Darius, what are you guys doing as you now see this kind of magical kind of pulse almost come from Atlas as he stands up and starts to walk forwards a little bit?
Atlas, what you doing?
Atlas,
I'm just moving slowly closer just to see if I can detect anything inside. I won't go too close. Just stay back for a minute.
Okay.
Also, the magic that I seen inside the one house, did I see it moving or is it stationary?
It's stationary.
Okay.
So
I'm
as you-
going to relay that to.
There's definitely something of magic orients in the house beside us. The neighbor's house here, but I'm just
What?
gonna... I'm detecting some sort of magical... something of magical origin in the house to the left of us here, but I'm just gonna try to get closer to this middle house.
And as you guys glance over, you see the front door of that house start to slowly creep open.
I'm gonna put my hood up.
Okay.
I'm still in a mouse.
Okay. So the door continues to open. Alice, you walk
Do
a
I
little
see it open?
roll a perception because you're kind of like heading towards the front of the house.
Focused like a little bit more on the middle house.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
14.
Okay, yeah. So you do, out of the corner of your eye, you see the front door opens outwards, starting to open. You can see a little bit of light starting to peek out.
Is there a point where I can I shift out of view of that house? Like maybe if I move closer to like the left or just kind of get out of.
It's pretty much in a line with these three houses are pretty much in a line. So there's no
Yeah.
kind of obscurity. But as you kind of
Okay, I
figure out
wanna-
what to do, you see now a smaller figure start to poke its head around the door frame.
I don't get any magic coming from him.
No,
And this is from the house to the left,
correct.
the middle house.
Yeah, you see this little tiny head poke out. Looks humanoid. Pale skin, spiky hair. It looks around.
Okay.
It's now watching you all.
I scurry away like a mouse would.
Where are you
I'm
scurrying
gonna,
to?
I'm gonna go up to the. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just gonna scurry not into like the same crack I just failed to get it, but around the house, away from that was on the left, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I will go onto the right side of the
Okay.
middle house.
Yeah, break line of sight.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so you scurry off. Darius, what are you up to?
I'm just watching to see if there's any type of threat or anything, because I assume when I put my hood up, I went invisible again, right?
Well, you can use it once per. So did you activate invisibility, or
Yeah,
it's not? It's not unlimited uses.
Oh, I thought it was. Well, up until a certain time.
Pretty sure it's like once per long rest or something.
Hold on, let me check. Where is the invisibility cloak thingy?
Sorry, it has 2 hours of use. My bad.
Yeah.
So we just got to keep track of that then.
Yeah, that's why I keep asking how much time passed when I.
That's fair. That's fair. It makes more sense now. You're like, wow, he really likes to keep track of time.
Yeah, I have it in my notes, so every time I use time. So from what I understand is as soon as I put it up, it automatically expends a minute, whether even if I keep it on for 10 seconds or whatever.
Yeah.
Correct.
And then every minute after that, I just subtract. So yeah,
Okay.
I put that up, and
Perfect.
then I'm just watching to see if
All right.
anything crazy happens.
Okay, so roll a stealth check for me with advantage.
16 and a 14 plus 6, so 22.
22. Okay, good to know. All right, so Alice, yeah, you're moving forwards. You kind of see this kind of humanoid head poke around. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna continue heading forwards.
Mhm.
I'm gonna do we make eye contact like with the
Yeah, this little
yeah,
humanoid figure staring at you.
and I don't recognize this person.
No. Roll a perception.
Not good. 11.
Okay. It looks like a human boy.
Okay. So I'm gonna start. I'm heading still towards the middle house, but I'm more or less heading towards the shack or the remains of the store.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna, as like the boy and I make eye contact, I'm just gonna kind of smile and just wave and continue on heading slowly towards the. I'm not creeping. I'm just walking slowly towards the shack.
The shack. Okay. So he looks out and you just see like a couple little fingers go like that and just back in again.
Okay.
Just waving at you. Still watching.
Okay.
All right, so you approach the shack is on kind of the left-hand side. So you kind of approach the shack. You can see it's kind of run down. You kind of still have an eye on him. He's almost level with you on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
And you do notice Mastos just scurry off to the right-hand side of the building.
Okay. So how have I picked up on anything inside the building more? Like anything else? Magic wise?
So you do get a faint ping north. You're kind of as you're approaching this, you're facing to the east. And as you're looking forward to the east, you get a ping to the northwest.
Okay. Hold on.
Sorry, you're
Okay,
facing the east, so
I'm walking towards so as in my head, the house is in front of me.
Yep.
And the shack is like a little bit to the left of the house out front of it, right?
yeah.
Okay. So I'm kind of heading diagonally a little bit towards the shack,
Okay.
and which would be essentially like a little bit southeast.
So basically facing the front door, a little
Yep.
bit to the left and about 20 feet,
Yeah.
you get a ping, and it's a little bit lower than your eye level.
Okay, but it's still in the
It's
house. Like it's
inside
not
the
to the
house.
house next to it. Okay,
You got
so
it.
it's left side of the house, looking dead on it, lower level,
Yeah.
possibly. Okay. All right. I'm going to. Am I right up to the shack now?
Yeah, you're right at the front of the shack, which is just a little bit left to the front door.
Okay. I'm just kind of looking around, and I want to almost look like I'm almost like shocked that this is in such disrepair.
Okay.
And I want to kind of try to look inside the shack if I can.
Okay. It's not closed at the back. It's kind of like open. It's kind of like a countertop with no back.
Like a fruit cart type?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, all right. So yeah, I'm just kind of looking in. I want to see if they see anything of any sort of note of what this place was or any remnants left over.
Okay. Yeah, it says you look kind of the back, you can see where the front was kind of like straight down in the back. You can see where there was like little wooden shelves. Currently nothing on it. It's all very dusty. It doesn't look like it's been used in a while. And as you do that, you notice now the boy is starting to step out of the doorway.
Okay.
Jack or Darius or Mastos, you doing anything while this is happening?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just okay. So I'm following in, but I'm trying to kind of maintain back in the shadows.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm invisible, so
Yeah.
The nether shadows.
There's two ways I want to approach this. So we have this middle house with the abandoned stall kind of thing. That's
Mhm.
where Atlas is right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jack's inside. Darius, you said you were.
Jack's on the roof.
Jack's on the roof. He
Oh,
hasn't
yeah,
entered
he hasn't
yet.
entered it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
and I'm following Atlas, but like sticking to the walls.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're not too sure exactly where Darius is.
I am going to, because I've broke line of sight, I'm going to. And you said, well, I don't know this, never mind. So, but the magical house on the left, magic of the house on the left.
Yeah, you wouldn't know that.
He did say that. Yeah, he did say he's sensing one magical thing on the left hand side.
Oh, okay.
I did
okay.
say to Darius, was he in?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah.
And then the door started opening, and then I ran off. So I'm going to scurry along to what I would assume is the back area of the house,
Okay.
and then go towards the left house, but the back side of the left house.
Okay. All right. So you start making your way there. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. And Darius is hanging close, kind of close to the wall, staying hidden. Jack, are you still holding steady?
Jack would kind of lean over the roof to see down and be
Okay.
like, I guess whisper down, you want me to go inside? The hatch is open. It's broken though, so you know that or we leave.
Do I hear him say that?
Saying this quietly.
I mean, if I'm a story away, I don't know how far like up I am, but like I mean, he would say it. He's trying to not yell it, but he's projecting down at them. Like he's
Okay.
gonna lean up like over.
Roll a stealth for me.
I crit it again, so 26.
All right.
By the way, a story is about 14 feet for your period.
Reference. Yeah, so you do hear the whisper from Jack. You can still see the corner of your eye. The boy still looking at you.
Okay. I'm just gonna put my head down. Did I see Darius go invisible?
You
No, I would have been behind him.
no, he would have been behind you.
Well, actually,
You would
because I went to get Mastos, so
yeah, you took it off to go get Mastos, come back, and then
well,
back
yeah,
up.
I didn't have it on, so I went and got Mastos, came back, and I guess I would have went right back to where I was. So yeah, you would
Okay.
have saw me.
I'm gonna look to around for Darius.
Okay.
Do I
Roll a-
see him?
So roll a perception,
22.
and you rolled what? 24 stealth, Darius?
No, I rolled 22,
22.
but that I don't know if that counts with invisibility.
Well, it's only
Well, you're
visual,
not-
right? Like you still have hearing and
Yeah,
Yeah, but I'm not
you-
moving.
Well, you were moving up to the wall. You were gonna, weren't you?
Yeah,
Like
but
staying close to the wall.
So okay, I guess you can if you're more. Does he know where I am? Then yeah, we can use that because I haven't moved since I got to the wall. Like I'm not like creeping around.
Yeah,
the room
because
or
this is
anything.
all obviously happening simultaneously, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, okay. So you do hear movement, just a little bit behind you, against the kind of the front window that's closed.
Okay, so I'm gonna look around. Do I see Darius?
So you don't see him. No.
No. Okay. I'm just gonna whisper very lowly to myself, but I'm gonna turn my head so that's not in frame view of the boy, and just say,
Darius, you're around. Tell Jack to hold on. I don't want to be too loud. I got this.
I will take that under advisement. I'm not saying that. I'm
Yeah.
because if I cast message, it'll break my invisibility.
"Oh shit." Okay.
Which I don't know how that works with the hood. Like, do I cast a spell and then disappear again?
Yeah, but are you concentrating with the hood, or is the hood?
No,
actually...
the hood does the spell.
It basically
That's why the
casts
cloak
a
is
spell
amazing.
for you.
So you should be able to cast a spell while.
Well,
the hood's
but
on,
it says the spell ends for for a target that attacks or casts a spell.
Yeah. So you basically it would be
okay.
super OP to just stand there invisible and like cast fireballs or whatever.
Yeah.
Where'd that fireball come from?
Just running in
All right.
circles, just chucking
Did,
fireballs.
did Jack possibly hear my whisper?
So Jack would hear you.
Okay, I was just trying to be super low, so that's why I was.
Jack ignores Atlas and jumps. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, all right. So then, if Jack heard me, then that's fine.
Okay. So as you
okay.
lift your head back up from whispering, you now see this boy standing right beside you. Hello, who are you?
Holy Jesus Christ, cheese and crackers. Oh,
Wow.
hi.
Hi.
Little boy.
What are you doing? You look so amazing. You look like a big toy. And he starts kind of pushing you.
Yeah, not a toy, not a toy. Listen, and
I kind of shoo his arm, I put my my arm around him, and I start walking back to his house with him if he comes along.
Oh, look. What are you doing?
yeah, so actually, I'm wondering if you can help me out. Have you lived in this house here very long?
Oh, all my life.
Oh, and how long is that?
It's like 74 million years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
a
actually
long
really
time.
old.
Okay, well,
I'd like to do a medicine check, and I want to ascertain how old he is if I
Okay.
can.
Yeah,
Or
scan him
just
up.
an idea.
76 years.
76. 16 plus some stuff. Medicine. Been a while. 23.
Okay, so looking over hair growth, eye development, fingernails, about 5.
Human?
Yes.
Okay.
wow, 73 million years old. That is incredible.
I use special lotions.
Oh, wonderful.
Keeps me young.
Are we closer to his front door?
Yeah, you're about 5 feet away from his door.
Okay.
He's starting to give a little bit of resistance, like he kind of wants to
As soon
play
as he
somewhere.
as soon as he gives any resistance, I'm gonna stop.
Okay.
I'm trying to be super friendly.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm a little concerned, so since you've been here for sorry, first off, what's your name?
My name is Arthur.
Arthur. Wonderful name. Very regal. My name is...
And I pause for a second, and I kind of have an internal crisis.
My name is Darius.
Darius. Roll a 7.
You just hear from behind you. What the fuck?
7 plus 6 minus
Oh.
1. 7. It's a 6.
The child rolled a 2, so.
Oh, thank
Darius!
God.
Well, Darius, what's the loud noise? I heard a bang. And I came out to see what it was, and you were there. What were you doing? You were banging. What was all the noise?
Oh. Oh yes, no, that wasn't me. That was a big rat that like came right across at me, and I kicked it, and it just like it hit this box over. It was, anyways.
Where is it? He starts looking around.
Ooh, that's me. That's a time for me. I come running around the corner.
Thank you.
Okay, so you come running around the corner. Yeah.
And,
I go, there it is.
and I,
I look
get
at
it,
them.
get it.
I kick it as fast as I can.
You start
As
trying
I
to
kick
kick it
it.
too.
I say sorry as I kick it.
Okay, roll to
I
attack.
nod. I nod. I know my mission.
What is it? What is my, like, what is it?
Your melee attack. Add your strength modifier. To
Strength?
D20.
Okay. This is 16.
16. What's your armor class as a rat?
Oh god. Oh
Oh
god.
man. Oh man.
He's
Okay.
about to bust out of his rat form.
Oh, God.
It is.
I
I
kind of
think
forgot
it's.
about
I
that.
think it's 13. Armor
Yeah,
class 10. So I want you to roll a 1d4 for me.
Okay.
No, sorry, not you, Mastos.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. That's a 4.
Okay. So you take 1 point of damage. You have 4 health. You take 1
Thank
point of
God.
damage. You have 3 health left, and you go. He kicks you right to the back of the housing area again. And as you kind of gather your senses, you see this 5-year-old human child now running towards you.
Oh, he's going after the mouse?
He's gonna kick it.
Oh,
Oh,
shit!
God.
Run?
I'm gonna get it too.
Oh, Arthur, no, just Arthur, come here, quick.
I got it. Don't worry. He's rolling to attack.
Oh God.
Oh god.
Okay.
I'm zooming after Arthur at this point.
Okay. He goes to kick, and you're standing kind of still in that little bit of a tumble, and he just whiffs, and you just see the dust just fly out 1 inch from your face. Oh,
Can I
no,
catch
I missed
him?
it.
Or am I close enough to catch him?
Yes, you'd be up to him by now. Yeah.
Okay, I want to like try to catch him.
I squeak,
Okay.
laugh at him. Squeak. And run
All
away.
right.
Like I'm catching Arthur. Sorry. He's gonna-
Okay. Okay. So roll a strength check.
Okay.
You want to try and like actually grab him, right?
No, like did he whiff it? Like he like kicked and like he's falling, or
No.
he's-
He just went to kick him and he just missed. That's all.
Oh, okay. I thought like okay. So then no, I thought I was gonna like try to catch him
catch
if he
him.
was falling or if he was like hauling off.
Gotcha. Yeah. No, he just missed the kick, and just as you kind of reach him, so
Okay.
you're up
Then
beside
I
him
was
now.
like,
Did you get him?
I missed him, but I'll get him this time. And he's gonna try and
Hold on.
stomp.
Hold on. And
now I'm gonna grab him.
Okay, roll. Yeah,
When I
roll
got
a strength
time
check.
to run?
16 plus 2, so it's 18.
Oh yeah, you easily grab him. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I would have got him. And now, Mastos, you were able.
I know, but it's bad luck to kill a rat in parts of the world, and you've been alive for so long,
And I start walking back to the door as we're talking.
and all those years, I want to make sure you're okay. Like, there's such a wealth of knowledge probably in you that you can impart on the world.
Roll a persuasion check.
13.
Okay. He kind of like shrugs you off a little bit. I can walk back by myself. I could have got him though.
I know, Arthur, but you're bigger than he is, and I was just trying to get him away. You know what? I don't even know what I'm saying right now.
Has he gone away? Like has Mastos ran
Mastos,
away?
did you run away?
I ran into the abandoned house.
Okay, okay, gotcha. All right.
Okay. All right.
Okay, well, so what are we doing next?
Well,
Arius?
Yes, that's my name. So, I wanted to ask you a question. I came here before the whole loud bang and getting attacked by the rat. I came here to visit a store I was told about, and if you've been here for this long, you would probably know it. It used to sell little wooden trinkets and carvings, and a really nice man operated it, and it used to be right here, but everything looks all in disrepair.
And I'm still walking to the front of his house. Like, I'm hoping he's following.
Yeah, so he is moving with you, listening to you right now.
All right.
So, do you know what? Has it moved, or? Really, I've come a long way to see it.
Whoa. Do you have any money?
Yes. Yeah, I have money to purchase one of these trinkets.
Can I have some money? Can you give me some?
Arthur, that's not very polite. We had only just met, but
I helped you with the rat.
you did help me with the rat, so I am definitely indebted to you. Here is 1 silver.
Thank you. And he immediately starts running and goes inside and closes the door.
Well, Darius, you really messed this one up, didn't you?
You can see him peeking out. You're right beside the window. You can see him peeking out behind the curtain.
I can
watching.
see you, Arthur.
He ducks down.
I still know you're there, but
No, you don't. You don't see me. I'm invisible in here.
Okay.
I knock on the wall behind me.
Okay, roll a perception, Alice.
Didn't he just go outside?
He ran into
15.
his house. Back into his house.
I thought we were in the house.
What?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
We were down the side between the two houses, basically.
Okay, then never mind. I don't knock on the wall. I just
Okay,
take my
I
head
thought
off.
you were trying to get Alice's attention.
No.
All
How much
right.
time passed?
So only about 2 minutes or so. Not very long. During this time, Jack, were you still holding off, or what were you doing?
Yeah, Jack wants to go in there, but he said he'd wait, so he's waiting
Okay.
Jack.
impatiently.
Good boy, Jack. Good boy.
All right. So as it stands, you have Mastos in kind of the abandoned house to the
I just
right
rolled 3 nat 20s in a row.
of the main
And I didn't have
house.
to roll.
You
Jack
tell me
is
to
Loud fucking noise, so I don't know what you're.
so
Okay.
yeah. Jack's on the roof, positioned at the open hatch. Darius, you're kind of to the right of the front door against the wall. Atlas, you're coming around now back to the front of the house.
Is Darius visible now?
Currently,
Yeah, so I pull my hood back and you start to see like my forehead, and then it just like.
Ooh. Oh, there you are. Okay, great. Okay, so here's what I've got so far. Crazy little kid in the house next to us. There's some sort of magic object in there. I was starting to detect a magic object inside the main house until I was interrupted. I'm thinking I'm gonna go try to figure out what school of magic that is, and then maybe we decide if we want to enter or not. What do you think?
Sure, but shouldn't you get everyone here first?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Well, I figured we might enter in the way Jack. Let me just see what kind of magic this is, what we're dealing with.
Am I
Okay.
close enough to see the, like, as I'm walking up?
yeah. So as you were kind of grabbing Arthur from when you guys stopping him from killing Mastos, stomping on the rat. As you turn around, you're kind of walking back down that kind of almost like an alleyway, right, between the two houses. So you did see as you're walking the left-hand side of the house you're kind of trying to go into, you do see multiple glows, about 6 different small glows near the end of the house. And then as you walk further down, you see again that one small glow you've seen below eye level, closer to the front of the house.
So 6 glows in the house next to us, and then 1 glow faintly subterranean in the house that we're inspecting, basically.
All in the same house.
Oh, so there's 7 glows.
7 glows in
One
this
is
one.
below.
Yeah, and 1 in Arthur's house.
Okay, 1 on Arthur's. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at the glow that's in the lowest level.
Okay.
And I think it tells me what
Yeah.
kind of school of magic.
Yeah. Should be abjuration, I believe. Let me check here.
Oh, it's actually any objects I see, I should be able to tell. It's not just one. So tell them the all.
You are the all-seeing eye.
So as I detect, like, understand which magic it is, I'm repeating it out loud to Darius as well, so you can make a note mentally.
Okay.
Says the walking hard drive.
I'm
It's
concentrating.
not a computer. And Mastos, so you're in the rundown house. What are you doing right now?
Well, what do I see? Is it like a TARDIS house, or is it like a
Is
fake
that
house
it?
that really nice
So,
inside? By
Roll a
Matt?
perception.
I do have dark vision. Oh, 12.
12. Okay. So yeah, as you go in, you see like this broken down bed. You see what would have been a kitchen. Kitchen tables snapped in half. There's no chairs. Old mugs on the countertop. Some tilted over. No liquid coming out of them. This place is dusty, dirty. Obviously been here a long time. You don't see anything that would indicate that anybody's been here, or anything nice and shiny, or anything that would attract your attention.
Okay. I'm going to leave this house, and do I see some sort of ease trough system, drainage system, basically a pipe to climb up to the roof of the middle house?
The middle house, if you tried to use the stall, like the shack, you could try to climb to the top of that and then try to jump up.
Yeah, all right. That's fair. Yep.
Okay. All right. So as you're doing that, Atlas, the ping closest to you, the one by itself, is abjuration.
Okay.
And the other 6 ones, when you kind of like seen them when you're walking by, really hard to pinpoint, but it feels as close to divination as possible. It's really hard to pinpoint it, but it kind of feels like divination.
Okay. All right. Relay that to Darius, and I just tell him to tell Jack that there's magic. None of them are moving, though.
Correct. All stationary right now.
There's magic in these here parts.
Okay. Yeah. So just
Darius, let Jack know that there's quite a bit of magic detecting in this house, so just be careful. I'm gonna try one more thing, and then we can go in, or he can decide what we want to do next.
Okay.
And
after I say that, I cast locate object, and I'm gonna try to locate one of Sunak's swords.
Okay.
As long as it's within 1,000 feet of me.
Thousand feet. Okay. Okay, cool. So as you kind of focus in, what does that look like the first time you cast the spell?
My eyes glow green, and a little projection projects out of my eyes into like a holographic version of the sword, and it's just gonna like 360 spin in place, and then like almost like I'm processing it, and then the hologram's gonna suck back into me. My eyes are gonna turn white, and then like a little small glow wave's gonna shoot out from me, very faint, like almost like a ripple in the air.
Okay.
And that'll be
Awesome. Yeah, Darius, you're gonna see this little ripple go out. And Atlas, as you kind of focus in on this image of the sword, kind of like disperses within this wave. You feel almost like a pull, like a tug, way up above you, like way north, not on this level. Like probably about 200 feet, maybe even more, up above your head.
Okay, and is it moving?
It is currently moving north.
Like away from us?
Yes.
Okay.
Darius, I have a lock on Sunak's swords, which I'm assuming will be on his person. They are about 200 feet north of us. I think they're on a different core level. They seem to be moving away, so I think there's a 50-50 chance that his friend is in the building. But I don't think Sunak is, so I'll leave it up to you and Jack, but if we want to enter, I think now's the time.
I relay it to Jack.
Jack's gonna respond. Make the call. I'm ready to go in if need be.
I relay that to Atlas.
Okay, I want you to reuse why don't you use the exact words you want to say?
Okay, so I say to Atlas that Jack said it's our call, basically how we want to proceed.
It's not, though. It's his call. This is his life. I think he needs to make the decisions here.
So I'm going to cast a message again, and I'm going to say to Jack, considering that this is potentially a Drake Warden, we're going to leave the call up to you. Do you want to pursue or do you want to leave it? You can respond to this message.
You can reply to this message.
And instead of Jack responding, I basically want Jack to drop in and open the front door for them to walk in.
So before you drop in, Mastos, roll a dexterity check for me as a rat.
Ooh, yes, as a rat. Oh, 15.
15. Okay, not bad. So as you kind of like scramble yourself up onto the kind of the flat board of where the stall was, then you manage to dig your little claws in and climb up the side pillar onto the roof of the shack, and you back up and you scramble, and you leap with all your might, your tiny little claws. You just hang onto the edge and you scramble, push your feet up from the back, and then you come up to the top and you see Jack now. Looks like he's ready to jump into the hatch.
Squeak!
Jack, you hear a squeak.
Squeak, squeak!
Come from the front of the building.
Cool. Jack's gonna basically pick Reen up, and he's gonna use his left hand, and he's gonna both of them are gonna go down into the house,
Okay.
and then he's gonna open the front door in response to Atlas and Darius.
All right. So first of all, so you rappel yourself down. Looking down, it's about 25 feet kind of thing. So you rappel yourself down. As you land, roll a perception check. Are you doing this stealthily or are you just jumping in?
He's gonna quietly enter the house.
Okay.
You said perception, so dirty 20, 15 on the die. Dang,
Okay,
I'm rolling
perfect. And roll a
ace.
stealth as well.
Watch me roll terribly from the stealth. That's not bad. That's a 18.
Okay, good to know. All right, so as you land down, Reen kind of just shuffles off to the side, kind of poised, ready for anything that happens. Quickly glance around, you see now you're kind of standing in a hallway. To your right, there's a door. To your left, there's a door. Straight ahead is the front door. And as you glance quickly behind, at the end of the room, you can see some sort of kitchen. It's opened up into a big wide room, but you can see that there's a kitchen at the end. So you're just proceeding to the front door?
Yep.
Okay. So you go up to the front door and you go to pull it and it's locked.
It doesn't unlock from the inside.
You can't see anywhere that it unlocks on the inside, just a keyhole in the center of the door. Or sorry, on the right-hand side of the door. It's a one door, not a two.
Jack's gonna say, yeah, let's get inside. from on the other side of the door.
Yeah, unless you hear this one. Okay, let's get inside. Through the keyhole.
Okay, I will attempt to pick the lock.
Okay. Roll lockpicking.
I will cast guidance on him.
Okay. So, okay.
Wait, hold on.
Natural 20.
Because I think my spell's a
Concentration.
concentration spell. Right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So
No, it
yeah, I
doesn't matter.
don't want to.
I got a nat 20.
All right, yeah, I would rather not break that spell anyway. So
Yeah. So you're keeping the locate object up, right?
yes, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So sorry, you said natural 20, right?
Yes.
All right. So barely does Darius's lockpicking kit touch the lock that it just springs open in front of him, like so many dresses before that just blew up without him even touching it. And the door opens before him. You guys can now see Mastos. Sorry, what are you doing as you see Jack boop, right inside?
I scurry after him.
All right. Are you jumping
Jack kicks
down?
the rat.
Oh, for sure. But I'm turning into Mastos as I
Okay.
fall through the hole.
Okay.
I don't need to take a Constitution save as a
Yeah,
mouse fall,
Rat.
rat
Yeah.
fall. Yeah,
You
no
see this
thanks.
rat just dive down and about 3 feet before it hits the ground. Masses just kind of land on his back, springy legs. No problems. And this is just happening as the door swings open. Darius Atlas, now you can kind of get a clear view, staring at Jack Reen right behind Mastos landing. You guys are looking down a hallway, door on the right hand side, a door on the left hand side. At the very end, you can see it opens up into a bigger room, and you can see like kitchen furniture at the very end.
Well, I guess this is one form of reconnaissance. We should be quick here. If we gotta... Yeah, we need to be quick here. So maybe should someone stay outside for lookout? I don't know, I haven't done many breaking and enterings before.
You
Jack's-
kicked me.
So I have 2
Yes,
points
I'm
to
sorry
make
for
on
that.
that. One, I can probably be the I can be the most stealthy person walking through here, but I am also, I think, the only one other than you who would need to expend extra energy that I can message the group on a whim. So
Well, I think considering we're already inside, stealth isn't going to be much help if it's only one of us. Unless... Can we
Darius
borrow?
just like walks out and closes the door. You have to attune to it. You
Man.
can't.
Hold
Yeah.
on. Before you do that, Mastos struts out. Mastos kicked. Mastos stuck. Mastos leave. Mastos stay outside and watch. You go.
Do you have a way
And
of
I-
communicating with us if someone's
I
coming?
pull out my pan flute and I go. Go.
But what
I-
if we don't hear? No, stay with them.
Atlas, we need your help in here. We need your
Flute.
great knowledge and ability.
Let the invisible message man stand outside, and Jack's
Yeah.
gonna start wandering around to quickly look around.
Yeah, I'm gonna go close the door and I'll put my hood up and just kind of keep an eye out outside.
Perfect.
So who's going
Okay.
outside?
Me.
Okay.
Darius.
All right.
All right, so I'm gonna start moving around, taking
Yep.
a look.
Wherever Atlas goes, Jack is going the opposite direction, so we cover more ground.
Okay.
I'm heading towards where the
The ping was.
glows. Yeah.
So you can kind of recall where the one was by itself, and then where the six were. Which do you want to go towards?
So okay, so the one by itself field like abjuration,
Mm-hmm.
right? Which is
Yeah.
what?
Like a protection.
Protection.
Yeah.
Abjuration.
Almost like a protection or
Deals protective spells and suppression of other magic. Okay. And then the other one was you thought it was divination,
the
but
closest you can pinpoint it is divination.
Maybe
Okay.
the abjuration is blocking the divination.
And what is divination like? What gains user insight into unknown access across?
Yeah, it's
Okay, I'm gonna go to the divination stuff first.
okay.
Yeah,
That's the
'cause
thing.
it's
where
on the
there's,
main
like,
floor, right?
it's like 6 in a row. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right. So as you head down the hallway, you sensed it was knowing your directions from being outside would be to the left as you walk down this hallway into the bigger room. So Jack, are you following to that room and going to the right, or are you going into one of the different rooms?
Ooh,
If Atlas says if he's going to one room, I guess Jack would say like, I can just check the next room and see what he says.
Maybe we stick together here. There's some magic objects, and they're this way. Let's maybe see what they are first, and then we can spread out, cover more ground. Also, do you have my legs?
Yeah, I grabbed everything off of the guy.
Okay, can I, can I have those?
Yeah, and Jack's gonna get his bag up and he's gonna pull out the legs and
I'm just gonna swallow them.
Okay.
And
Okay, perfect. Thank you. I just didn't want to think before you possibly were murdered. Well, I mean,
makes sense. Makes sense.
yeah, I don't. We're. It's not gonna happen, but you can. Let's just look at these objects.
Jack's kind of thinking now, like, ooh, what if this goes south? And he's gonna pull this cloak out that he got that he can like teleport with,
Okay.
in case anything goes south.
Sounds
Can
good.
I use that without? I don't know if that's something he has to attune to. Like, can he use it if like something were to happen?
Let me double check. I believe it. You do have to attune.
Yeah, I don't know what the actual item is. I tried to look in the compendium, but I don't see a cloak of dimension door.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I don't actually think I have any info on it either.
I have it right here. It is requires attunement. Yeah. So yeah,
You can put it on
you
though.
have to attune. Yeah, you can wear it.
You
It's
just can't
pretty.
use
It's
it.
red with like golden trim. It's very nice.
Mhm.
Cool.
And sorry, Mastos, can you confirm where you were going or what you were doing when? Because I know you wanted to go outside.
I turn around. As Darius had said that to me, I would turn around and go, fine. And I trot back to where I was, waiting for everyone to decide
Where to go?
what, yeah,
Okay.
which of these magical objects we're checking out.
All right. So you can follow Atlas or Jack. You're going in two
Atlas.
separate directions. Atlas. Okay.
Atlas, yeah.
oh, is Jack not coming with?
No, 2 directions to divide and conquer.
Well, Atlas
Cover
said to
more
follow him, so
Oh,
I'm
so you
following
are going to follow? Okay. All right. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So as the 4 of you, including Reen, walk to the end of the hallway, you now see it opens out. Straight ahead, you guys can see like a kitchen area. The floor changes into like a wooden kind of squared area with a dining table, stove at the end. If you guys look to the right, you see a stone fireplace. And then now you can see the windows that were boarded up. There's 2 on the right-hand side, 3 on the left-hand side. And as Atlas, as you turn and go towards where you see these pings, you see this glass kind of display case. And to the right of that, in the corner of the room, you see this giant, what looks like a fire pit. Something you would expect to see kind of outside in a large camping ground or something is installed in the floor in the corner of this room.
Okay. Am I close to the fire pit or the fireplace?
You can walk down to it. So the fireplace
Yeah, I
is
wanna
down to
go-
you, right?
Yeah, I just want to check the fireplace, and I want to check to see if do I feel any warmth from it? Is it on, or was it like lit recently?
Okay. Yeah, go down and roll an investigation there. Mastos, Jack, you guys want to do anything while
14.
this is underway?
Jack is assisting Atlas and looking for stuff.
Okay.
Sure.
Investigation. Just 15.
Okay,
I
with,
wanna see if
with
this
advantage because he's helping you.
Oh,
Check out the kitchen, okay.
Still 15.
Okay. All right.
Roll a 5 on it.
All right. That's good. Yeah, so as you reach down, so you can, as you get closer now, you can see small embers. So you can tell that this was lit very recently. Just hasn't been fed in the last hour or so.
Okay.
Can I check the kitchen itself, like the pots and pans, see if it's been recently used, or if this is all just something else?
Yeah. Roll a perception or an investigation, your choice.
I'm just gonna say to Jack.
21.
Jack, this fire was lit recently, so I'm not sure if maybe they just left.
How far away is he still now? What is the
The ping, so about 600 feet. Definitely heading northeast away from the group.
Okay.
Looks like Sulak's getting further away, so maybe they've gone for the evening, but let's maybe just try to be quick here. Do you see what any of those objects are in the cases there?
Jack will turn and start looking through them.
Okay.
Mastos, can you mute?
He's actually more or less, he's not going to like pick up everything and like look at it. He's just going to start grabbing stuff and throwing it in his bag.
Okay, so okay.
If it's anything that's magic based that Atlas was seeing, he's just going to grab it and throw it in his satchel.
All right, so you turn around and you start heading towards the display case. Mastos, while you went in the kitchen and started kind of like rummaging through, you can see on the table, you can see that there was 2 plates still sitting there with remnants of leftover food on it and a mug, which is half empty. And if you, as you go over to the stove, you can see it's been recently used. And in the top left corner of the kitchen, you see a big butcher block with a honking massive piece of raw meat on it. Looks like half of a piece of meat. Looks like it was kind of cut off, like maybe the side of some sort of animal, and half it's left there.
I turn to Atlas. Strange. Big hearth. Kitchen used. Oven used. Can I see if the meat was cooked inside that oven?
So the meat on the butcher block, yeah, go ahead and look in the oven. As you head over there and roll an investigation.
20. Dirty.
20, okay. So yeah, you look in and it doesn't look like the oven's been used. So it looks like the stovetop was used, maybe to heat up whatever was in the plates or the drink, but the oven itself internally hasn't been used. And Jack, as you approach the glass case, looking, you see nothing inside. This is a long glass case. It's about 8 foot in length, maybe, and you see that kind of like the glass pivots up almost like in a triangle, something you would see in a display case, maybe in a, I don't know, a museum or something that would have maybe artifacts inside. But as you look through the glass, you don't see any items.
Jack would notice this and turn. Atlas, there's nothing in here.
What? That doesn't make any sense.
I'm gonna head over and look myself.
Okay. Darius, roll a perception check.
No, don't make him roll. No need to.
A whopping 8.
8, okay. Yeah, you take a look around. You don't see the boy next door. You don't see... From where you can see, you can almost see straight through to where like the main kind of road would be, but it's really far away, and you don't see anybody coming towards. So Atlas, as you get a little bit closer, sorry, Mastos, what were you doing after checking in the oven?
I want to say that they cook. Do you know what this fire? I want to go up to the big hearth fire kind of
Okay.
fire pit,
Mhm.
and I will cast gust cantrip, which is just a small gust of wind, nothing too like it's not going to blow this thing apart. I want to see if it stokes the fire.
Okay. Yeah. So you're going to the fireplace or the fire pit?
The pit where
Okay.
Atlas and
Okay, perfect.
Jack just walked by.
Okay, I'll give you guys a little visual at this point. I think you've covered enough to...
Ooh.
Spoiling us.
So yeah, Atlas, as you start to approach the case now, you can see in the glass case that there's no items in there. You can see like there's kind of like almost like felt, like a material that would be there, but there's nothing sitting on the material.
Okay, I'm gonna
Jack, I swear, there's magic items in here. And there's... Can we open...
Can I open this up? Is there a place to open it up, or is it a reach in type thing, or?
Yeah, so it's got, you can see hinges on the side, so it looks like it would kind of like tip, like it would open up back with hinges on it to open, so people could place stuff in. So the whole unit itself, glass unit, would open up in one piece.
I want to check for traps, and then I won't open it up if it's all clear.
Okay. So as you approach and you kind of start looking at this thing.
Myself.
Are you sure?
You'll drop your stuff.
I'm not.
Okay, you've probably got about 4 minutes or so left on the locate object.
Let me check where. Let me look up to where he is.
Yeah, it looks like he's getting almost outside your range now. He's like 900.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna cast guidance on myself.
Okay, perfect. So while you're doing that, you kind of see in the corner of your eye, Mastos kind of does a little motion with his hand, and you see kind of the embers kind of relight a little bit. There was just a little bit of embers in this fire pit. It kind of did glow a little bit, so this must have been lit quite recently and used.
Fire pit or the fireplace?
The fire pit. You wanted to check the fire pit. Yeah.
Okay.
And then roll investigation, Alice.
Not good. Oh, I am casting like guidance on myself.
Yep.
4. Oh, that helps. Okay. Where's my thing here? Investigation or perception?
If you're looking for traps, we're going to do investigation.
Okay, so that's 17.
Okay. Yeah, you check all around it. You check the edges, looking for any anything that looks out of place. You don't see any traps.
Okay. I'm going to cast Detect Magic again.
Okay. While you're casting that, Mastos, do you want to do anything after you see your gust kind of bring these embers up to life a little bit?
Is this wood too charred to stoke this fire into starting?
It looks like it's being used. Like the wood. And roll an investigation to look a little bit closer at it.
13.
Okay. So as you look at it, it's definitely the wood has kind of like been already burnt and charred. But you do see a strange indentation in it. It looks like something weighted or something heavy had been implanted. Just where the wood is being broken, it's a very strange formation.
Can I move the wood off of it?
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah, I want to take a closer look at it, so I'm going to remove the wood from it.
Okay. Do you guys just start kind of like gingerly kind of like pulling little pieces out that aren't too hot?
Yeah.
Does this spell go off before he starts touching stuff, or?
Yeah. So you're not ritually casting, right? You're
no,
casting.
I'm casting it.
Yeah. So yeah. So the spell activates. Yep. While this is
Okay.
happening.
Do I see any glow from the area in front of me or anywhere around me?
So you don't see anything by the fire pit that he's investigating.
Thank you.
Don't
Okay,
worry, I
that's
wouldn't
fine.
let that happen if that
Yeah,
was...
I was just checking.
Yeah, so Mastos, you're kind of gingerly pulling out. It does seem to come out. It is hot, though. But you can pull out, like, the remnants of the wood, the charred wood.
I'd like
Yeah, go ahead.
this metal formed weighted object. Does it look like something can fit on top of it?
So, no, it's not like... Maybe you're not wording it right. It just looks like something had been on it. Like, there's nothing currently on the wood right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it just looks like something weighted had broken the wood in many places.
Mastos is going to turn around and walk around and investigate. Pull out a magnifying glass.
So,
Want to taste the wood fragment?
so yeah, Atlas, as you activate your spell and you look at this case in front of you, expecting to see these 6 items that should be there, you notice that they're not level with where that fabric is. They're deep below it. They're about a foot below where the fabric is, so they seem to be inside the case, but not visible.
Not visible. Okay. I'm gonna.
Jack, the magic items are they're inside this case. There must be a switch or something that maybe brings them out, or do you want to maybe just see if you can get in this case without busting it open? I'm gonna take a look for the other faint magic item.
Did Atlas already try to open this? Was it locked?
I didn't
you-
try to open it.
Yeah,
no.
he just checked for traps. He didn't actually physically open it yet.
So Jack's gonna try to open it.
Okay. So as you grab and you lift up slowly, you hear a little creak of the hinges, but it locks up solidly, and the glass top is now leaning back, and you can see the kind of the red felt that is laid over this wooden, kind of solid wooden surface.
He's gonna try to pull the felt up and see if he can see like any little door or anything.
Okay, so as you pull it up, and this solid wood goes flush right to the edges. There's no like boards. There's no door that you can see. You don't see anything there that would give you access to underneath.
Can I get behind this thing?
You could maybe get on the ground and look from underneath, but it's pretty much right up against the wall. You could try
I
and
guess-
squeeze behind if you want.
Can I just like look all around it to see if there's anything unusual about it that might cue me in on a trap door or anything like that?
Yeah, roll investigation. Darius, while this is all ongoing, did you want to do anything while you're out there? You're still not noticing anybody coming towards
I'm
currently.
just keeping an eye out. If I see anything suspicious, then I may move into the alley to like drop the invisibility so I can cast message. But for now, I'm
For now, you're good.
just watching out.
Okay.
That is a 17 overall.
17. Okay, cool. And Mastos, what did you want to check out after the fire pit?
So I wanted to go check out the stove for. You said there was like a frying thing. I want to pick it up and feel like if it's a heavy metal that might have left that type of indent inside that, as if they cooked their food over there as well.
Okay. Roll a general intelligence check.
Ooh, that is 18.
Okay. So as you pick it up and look at it, there's kind of like this solid iron skillet. You can kind of feel it's still kind of warm to the touch. But looking at that and looking at the fire pit, whatever was in the fire pit was definitely a lot larger than this. Like something of real, like probably close to your size of something.
Well, Mastos has an idea then. Mastos walks back over.
While you're walking over, Jack, so as you kind of like look around, you do notice on the back of the right hand side and the left hand side, right where the legs of this thing connect to the top of the base, there's a keyhole on each side. Right against where it faces the wall.
Jack is gonna call out to Atlas. Do you know how to pick locks better than me?
I mean, I don't know. How good are you at it?
Well, I don't have the tools to do so.
Oh, I have the tools. Yeah, I
Oh.
could definitely give it a try.
I mean, I'm quite the dexterous fellow, but if you aren't confident in that, I can give it a shot.
Sure. Yeah, I can give you a set of tools.
Cool. And then with the tools
Oh.
provided, Jack
So
will.
give him a set of thieves tools. So my thieves tools have three uses. Is that what it is?
No, they'll just work till they break it. That's probably your dexterity modifier for using it.
Oh, proficient. Okay.
Are you proficient?
I don't know. It says proficient 3.
Yeah, so you use your dexterity modifier plus your proficiency modifier.
Oh, okay.
Or just
All
click
right.
on it.
Okay.
Because I'm not proficient with it. I add my
Yeah, I have 0 dexterity, so I think it's just +3 for me.
Yeah.
Okay, that's where I'm at too then.
So
I'll
which
get-
lock are you trying first? The one on the right or the one on the left?
Which one has more? Atlas. What has more glowy sides? Which has more glows?
So looking at it, they're evenly spaced. You kind of see 3 on one side, 3 on the other. They look like they're evenly spaced. And now that you're closer, you can kind of see the shape. And it almost looks like the shape of a curled finger. All 6 of them.
Shit. Hold on. So there's 6 in here. Processing.
It's just, they look like that shape. I'm not saying they're fingers. It's just a glow, right? So I'm just giving you a shape.
The left lock.
Okay.
Is this gonna blow up when I open it?
Well, maybe they have to. Do you think they have to be unlocked at the same time, or? I just try the left lock.
All right. I'm rolling so good today. 22.
Well, I am also going to cast guidance on him.
Oh, well, I rolled a 22, and guidance is a D6 or a D4?
D4.
D4.
I knew that. And it's a 4. So
Okay.
26.
26. And you were doing the left one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You put it in, you work your magic, and you hear the click. And you feel that this side has been, you feel like that lock is now unlocked. You don't see any necessary reaction or anything from it, but you feel like the tumblers are successfully turned.
Is there anything to pull open? I'm going to open.
Maybe I think both sides might have to be done. Try the other side.
Jack walks. Actually, he's going to kind of roll on the ground and then kind of pop back up, and then he's going to get back into it.
Casting
Okay.
guidance again on him.
Okay.
Well,
So
last
you're-
a minute. Calm down.
So your magic
Well,
is gone now. Your detect magic.
Yeah. Oh,
All right.
fuck. Is
I
that-
rolled really
it's
good on that one.
concentration.
I'm
Rip.
under, not the other one. All right.
All right. So as you're trying to unlock that, Mastos, do you want to check anything specific or anything?
Well,
Jack's
to be
picking.
fair, I just, want to say that, hooves are made of basically creatine, and they contain no nerves. So I think I could be safe enough to step on these embers that are cooled embers.
Mhm.
The faint glow when I blew a gust of wind on them. I would like to step inside this.
Sure. Okay.
Do I see Mastos at all? Like, do it?
Yeah, he's not a hiding guy. You'll be able to see
Yeah,
him for
I'm not-
sure.
What
hopping.
are you doing, Mastos? You found something?
Something strange. Something sit here. Wait.
Ooh.
Not frying pan. Not meat. Some meat maybe, but meat size Mastos and
Ooh.
So
Jack, do you know anything about fire and maybe teleportation? device with fire? Like, is this something someone could stand in and teleport somewhere quite quickly?
First off, I didn't know teleportation was a thing, and now you're asking me if a fireplace is gonna transport somebody as he's sitting there just like playing with this thing.
Diagonally.
Right. Okay. Good call. You keep working on that lock, and
Thank you.
I'm gonna.
Turn and start. Do I see anywhere to like? Where like what? The other glow is below us, right? Like below us.
It was lower than your feet level, yeah.
Okay. Like where I want to head in it, because when I looked around, like I would have made a note of where that is. So I want to head towards that area.
Yeah, you clocked it when you walked in, so it's easy to remember the general direction of it.
Okay.
So yeah, you can head towards that. Mastos, the longer you stay in this, you feel the residual heat start to really build up in your hooves. So you're not immediately burned, but you can feel it starting to get a little bit unbearable.
And
It's
I
gonna
can't.
cast heat hooves on you.
Can't. And nothing's happened when I stepped in the middle of it, right? So.
While you're standing in it, roll an investigation.
Oh.
Atlas, so you start walking towards the door to the left of the case. That's where the ping was coming from. So you start walking towards that door. Jack, go ahead and roll for your lockpicking.
I did roll like when I thought I was going to. So would you like me to use what I rolled?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, I rolled a 9 on that, and then I believe I still get guidance, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
9 plus 3 is 12, plus my guidance roll, which was 2, so 14.
14. Okay, so as you continue to play with it, you just can't get that tumbler. You just feel you feel the strain on the lockpicking kit, and you just retract it quickly as you feel it was starting to give way. So that lock did not unlock.
All right, I would like to reattempt when you are ready.
Okay, just know the DC gets higher every time. Just so you know. Mastos, what was your investigation?
Dirty 20.
Grade 20, not too shabby. So as you look through, kind of before you hop out, you look down and you see a small red scale. Small red, just a small, sort of semicircular in shape, kind of shining in the embers.
I attempt to pick it up through the embers.
Okay.
Maybe stomp out the embers with my feetsies.
Okay, use your
Like,
hooves to kick out the scale.
Yeah, that's probably the smart move.
Okay, it's kind of like smoldering. It's super hot, smoldering on the floor.
I jump out. So,
okay.
I'm no longer heat hooves.
Perfect. So at this time, Alice, you reach the door is closed right now in front of you, but on the other side is where the ping came from.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn to Jack.
Did you get it?
Hold on, let me try one more time.
I'm gonna cast guidance again on him,
Okay.
and I'm gonna open the door to the other room.
Ooh, can I roll my D100 for this roll?
I'll be right back.
Sure. You want me to make a crazy DC? No, you can't. So while this is all happening, Darius, I just want to check in if you wanted to do anything or...
Can I look around and see if there's anyone that can see me?
Yeah, roll a perception.
Not like necessarily, you know what I mean, right? Like if I weren't invisible.
Yeah.
I think perception is 3 plus 16, 19.
19. Okay. Yeah, you take a look around again. You see kind of people walking down that main road, keeping an eye out for that boy. He doesn't seem to be poking his head out. Door's not open. Like you're pretty secure in the fact that nobody's watching you right now.
Okay, I'm just gonna swing around the corner and take my hood off, and then I'm just gonna cast message to Atlas and just be like, "How's it going in there? What are you guys doing?"
Oh, whoever was here definitely left in a hurry. We're just trying to find the magical objects. They seem one set is hidden in a case, and I'm trying to find the other one here. Jack's trying to open the case, but just keep a lookout and check in often, because they definitely left in a hurry, and I don't know if this is too many words or anything like that, but I'm gonna keep talking here. There's looks to be some sort of bonfire thing in the corner with fire and recently lit embers, and I don't know why, but I'm getting a feeling it might be like some sort of ritual teleportation thing. So I don't know if you want to pop in and take a quick look. You can do that too. Okay, you can reply to this message. Well, you know, of course you can. You know that. You. How are you doing?
I'm just gonna go in.
I want him to walk in as I'm like
Yeah,
still
still
talking.
talking. Okay.
Yeah, that's how I picture it.
You okay out there? Like, have you seen anything? Are you? You haven't been very talkative today. Are you feeling okay? Like, are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I've just had a lot to think about and mull over. Hi.
Oh, sorry. One
1 second.
second. I'm just. Yeah, Darius. I gotta go. Wait. Oh, it's really confusing. It's been a long morning. You want to just check out that thing that our favorite wolf friend is pranced around in?
Yeah,
Mastos is on his
I will-
hands and knees smelling the scale.
I will
Yeah.
go take a look. I'm new to Arcane, but I'll see what I can figure out.
Oh, well.
All right,
All right,
so sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna take a look, see if I can ascertain anything.
Okay. So as you're heading over, Jack, roll your second attempt at unlocking this lock.
Come on, buddy.
Can
Come
you blow
on.
on it? Can you blow on it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
Put a little hawk 2 on it.
15, baby. That sounds like a good roll.
You're
Okay.
heartbroken. Roll your 1d4.
Hold on. I get a +3, so that's 18. We're off
Mhm.
to a good start. Watch the DC be 20,
Really
and I
low.
roll a
Really low.
1. I'll blow.
Oh my god.
Suck on it a little bit.
All right, all right.
Knock,
Keep
knock.
it moving.
I used to
Was a fuck yeah.
So what's your total?
18
roll.
plus 4.
22.
22. Does it,
22,
does it,
baby.
Does it sing in my ear?
DC's 36.
Your lockpick
Is
break.
it possible?
So yeah, putting the
Blows out.
lockpick in, and you feel this little wave of energy kind of come from Atlas as you kind of give that last turn, and you feel the bend of the lockpick like you did earlier, the strain as it about to snap and click.
Oh, your butt.
The DC was
But that
22,
means
literally.
It was
And then-
22. Oh my goodness.
It was
that's
20,
crazy.
and then you failed, so it went to 22. And as you hear that click, you hear, and you hear little chains start to move. And you guys now see as the top surface of this display case starts to shimmy sidewards. And as it moves, you can see inside there's 6 teeth, long teeth pointed.
No hesitation. Jack you see them all disappear. Jack just hands run out. He
You're
grabs them.
still behind it at the lock as this is happening, so you're not that quick, boy.
Each one is revealed, it's gone. By the
Yeah.
next
I
the
quickly-
next.
I quickly attune with my cloak and I teleport right in front of it. And then I grab them all.
So yeah, as this moves out,
You say sorry, it's just business.
so Atlas, you see this first because you're standing watching him do it. Mastos, you're staring at the scale. Darius, you're heading over to the pit. So yeah, this is uncovers. Atlas, you see these teeth one by one start to appear. Looks animalistic in appearance, not like human teeth.
And these are the ones that were, you said it was divination magic that was,
That's all you could pin it down to be, was like divination, yeah.
okay. Do they look like dragon teeth?
Roll
Are
a
they
nature.
big or are they small? Like,
They are large, yeah. They're like finger sized, like they're not giant.
yeah.
But
And do
they're
they each,
7
sorry, do they
inches.
look identical or do they all look like very different from each other? Like, would it be different species?
So
That's kind of-
roll roll a survival. And Darius, you can roll an investigation for investigating the fire pit.
Okay. I'm guiding myself.
Ooh, 22.
18.
Okay.
Fuck, these rolls are actually pretty good today.
Yeah,
Dude, the fact
feel
that I
like we're
stripped
all
out
on
like
fire.
22 like that, I'm freaking out.
What am I doing?
A nature.
Nature. Okay, so 19. But I got a 1d4. Hold on.
Okay.
Plus 120. Dirty 20.
20. Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay, so Darius, as you go up, you inspect this fire pit now. Looking at what Mastus is looking at, and looking at the fire pit, and looking at the indentations, you think that whatever animal released that scale is what would be imprinted within this fire pit. And Atlas, you do deem that these are some type of, maybe not dragon, but related teeth, possibly from something similar to Reen.
Jack, you're gonna want to look at this. Those look awfully like Drake teeth.
I'm gonna
Jack
turn and
will,
open the door to the other room that I've been.
Trying to get to.
Yeah.
Is the scale in the fire pit also like a dragon scale?
So Mastos, did you want to pick up the dragon scale now, or still sniffing
Yes,
it?
is it cooled down enough?
Yes,
Does
yes,
it
it's
smell
sufficient.
hot?
No, your nose isn't burning anymore. You'd be able to pick it up if you want.
All right, I do pick it up.
Okay. So roll investigation.
I like that.
11. Okay. It looks like a scale from some sort of beast. You're not really 100% sure of what it's from, but it does look like from a beast.
I hand it to Darius and say, Master does not know what this is from, but animal here.
Do I recognize it?
Roll a nature.
Oh, that's not good.
My nature is not terrible, but 6.
Looks like from a scaly beast. You're unsure of what scaly beast it is from.
Yeah, it's some kind of scaly beast. I don't know what it's from, but whatever it is, it was what left this little imprint in here.
Do I hear this?
Yep. You're pretty much just
Probably a
approaching.
Drake, because those teeth look awfully like Drake's.
I go up to Rin and I hold the scale against her body. Like color matching swatch at Home Hardware.
So yeah, as you hold it up, it looks slightly different. It is definitely bigger. It does look similar, but definitely different than Reen, and larger.
What is Reen's reaction to seeing this scale?
She's staring at it, but she's not giving an adverse reaction. She's never giving you like a positive or negative reaction to it. She's just watching what you're doing.
This is one infant Drake I'm dealing with.
And as you do that, so Atlas, now you have got the door. You're opening it, right?
I would like to, yeah.
Yeah. So as you go to kind of turn the handle, you feel that it's not locked. So you can go
Okay.
ahead and open the door.
Is it got like a keyhole?
No,
No.
there seems to
Okay.
be no lock on this door.
Okay, I want to open it slowly.
Okay. As you open it up,
Get in.
you can see on the right hand side a desk and a bed and like a bookcase on the end. Books just fallen over, pretty disarray. But the bed looks made and neat. You can proceed in if you want to see more, but that's what you see from the doorway.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
proceed in.
So as he's going in, Darius is going to be like, guys, I'm going to go back out and just keep an eye out while you investigate further. Let me know I'll check in every now and then, and I'm going to start
Jack-
heading back out
Jack's
and put the
gonna
book back up.
Jack's gonna pause Darius for a second. Do you just want to put these in your bag of holding? I don't want to have these on me.
Yeah, I'll have it slip out of my shirt, and I'll open it so he can throw them in.
So you're picking the teeth out of the case, Jack?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Just clarifying. All right, so yeah, you one at a time as you pick them up. Jack, roll a nature check for me.
I love it. It's like you're physically touching them though, like with your bare
Your
hands.
hand is
Okay.
connecting to the material.
All right, just
And
making,
a-
just making sure.
And 11.
11. Okay. So yeah, each one that you pick up, you can identify and tell that these are definitely from a drake, the same type of sort of species, if you will, as Reen. Yes. Yeah, so
And Jack is going to say, I think Atlas was onto something with his instinct of thinking this person is also a Drake Warden. We need to hurry up and get out of here.
Yeah, I'll go keep an eye out. And do you put them, like, are they in the bag at this point?
Yeah.
Okay, I will put
Do
the
I
bag
hear
back.
this too as well? Like,
Yep.
some group.
And
Yeah, you
Jack's
shut the
going to
door
put the thing back together to make it look like he wasn't there.
And then, yeah, I'm going to dash to the door and put my hood up as I go out.
I'm just
I'm
gonna
gonna-
I'm gonna yell out, tell everyone to leave the building.
Okay.
Everyone, you know what? Everyone get out of the building, and I think we're too far in here right now, so let's just get out and get safely. I'm just gonna check this room here, and then I'll be right behind you.
Jack is going to tap Reen on the nose. She's just going to dissipate. Then Jack wants to swing back up through the roof. And then he's going to grab the hatch. He's going to pull it up. And he's going to pull his hammer out. And he's going to stick it through the loop. And he's going to have it hold so it basically is stuck up. And
Okay.
it won't just fall back down.
Yeah. Easy enough to do. You swing yourself back up. Woof. 3-point landing. Slide that in. The latch, although the lock was destroyed and it swung open, the latch itself is still there. So you can definitely jam that in and keep the trapdoor closed. Darius, you're heading on out the front door. Mastos, where's Mastos?
You're muted, Tim.
By the fireplace.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything specific you want to do while you're at the fireplace? You see
I
Atlas
just wanted
disappear
to
into the room.
investigate it.
Okay, yeah. Roll investigation.
Yeah, because I'm all 3. That's a 3. Looks like a normal fireplace to me.
Yeah, it looks like it was used recently. There's a couple of embers in there. It looks nice stonework. Yeah.
I put my hand on it, or I run along the edge and go, impressive stonework. And then I go to walk out.
Okay. All right, so you start heading out. So Alice,
I go
yeah,
to
you
this
walking into the
door.
room now?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to that door. Okay.
I go, I don't know where I'm leaving. I didn't come in from the front.
Yeah, true.
Do you touch the door? Like, do you physically touch the
Do you reach out in a 90-degree angle?
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Roll initiative.
All right. So first of all, yeah, you kind of check out the fireplace. Atlas, now you're walking through the door, right?
Yes. Once
Going through
everyone is left.
That doorway
Once everyone's
fully,
left.
your body's fully through the doorway.
Yes, I'm crossing the threshold.
So yeah, as you walk in, you see the door to your left, which is you would know would lead out into the hallway. There's like an armoire, like a closet kind of thing to your left, a desk to your right, a bed, again, well made, looks like well kept. Bookcase in the top right corner of the room, kind of looks a bit messy, papers kind of everywhere. And that's about it.
Okay, I want to immediately look under the bed.
Okay. The roll investigation.
And guidance. 16.
16. Okay. All right. So as you look under, it is dark. There's not a lot of light, and the shutters are all closed. But as you look in, you can see the surface of the floor kind of deviates and dips a little bit, and it looks like the flooring is broken up underneath the bed. It looks like quite a large size, some type of hole or something underneath the bed. You can't quite see exactly without
Okay.
getting in there.
I'd like to try to push the bed, like slide it. Yeah.
Okay. Roll a strength check.
Ooh, that one's good. 19 plus stuff.
Okay.
Attaboy.
What way are you pushing it? Or trying to?
I'm gonna push like that way.
Okay. Yeah, so as you kind of like hunker down and you start pushing and you hear the back legs do start pivoting away. So the bottom end starts sliding towards the wall. As you look now, you can see a hole in the floor that goes about 3 or 4 feet down, and then some sort of dirt surface at the bottom of it. It looks like about 5 feet in length and maybe about 3 feet wide.
Okay. So is it something I could probably drop into and get and crawl out of? No problem.
You can reach up and pull yourself out. Yeah, it's not that deep.
Okay.
So while you're thinking about what you want to do,
yeah,
Mastos, you're just the door is closed. It doesn't appear to be locked.
I'm gonna walk through said door. I'm gonna first touch the handle of the door.
Ah! It is sufficiently cool and feels normal.
No mimic. Walk through the door. This is not outside. I see the other door, and I go to the other door.
Yeah. So as you head in, you see like a desk that's kind of all busted up in the corner. You see a bedroll that's opened out to your right in the corner, and then the door on the opposite side of the room.
Oh, if I was playing a thief character, I'd totally steal that bedroll as my way out, but I'm just gonna head out this door, open her up. Oh, I also wanted to say I closed the doors behind me because, I like to do things the way it was.
Certainly.
And I head out and I hang out with Darius.
Good enough. All right, so Atlas, what do you want to do now you've uncovered this kind of space?
I'm going to hop down into it, and I'm going to try to feel around in the dirt, see if I can feel anything.
Okay. Roll investigation.
Guiding myself. Oh, fuck yeah. 23.
23. All right.
Ooh.
Awesome. So yeah, you hop yourself down and you immediately hear crunch crunch. And you realize now that you have landed on some sort of bone. And as you look closer at this dirt now, you can see that the dirt is covering, and you put your hands in and you pull, and there's basically like a thick blanket that is covered in dirt. And as you peel it back and you look underneath, you see there's some sort of charred corpse that is goblin in size. We'll leave it there for tonight.
Bro, what are you doing us like that?
I thought there was going to be combat tonight. I was like, I don't know, these guys haven't had combat. They're going to be getting mad soon.
I can do a whole campaign without combat.
I can't.
I can do a whole one.
I can't.
I like
can't.
combat, but I've
Yeah.
been enjoying role playing a lot more recently.
I really like. I like a good balance of RP and combat.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I
I'm
need
the
the
same.
combat in there
Yeah.
because then you get to see your character. Like, what's the point of their abilities?
Yeah.
Well, it depends on what your character is, right? Like I'm more of a social character, really.
I mean, I am completely. My character is built on being a social character,
Yeah.
but I still like seeing them fight. Like,
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
good
fair.
balance. It's all about balance for sure.
I like
Yeah, so we're looking into possibly maybe doing some bonus sessions now. People are kind of freeing up a little bit in the winter time, so we'll see what we
People.
can do for that. Let's try and figure
one
something out there.
person.
But yeah, we'll definitely be back next week, Tuesday, 8 p.m. EST for some more Reditus. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next week.